Hey everyone, it's your very favorite history teacher. Let me see your transcript. Welcome to Friday Night Live for the first time on my channel. I'm so glad y'all are here. And thank you to everyone who was able to make this possible. Please hit the like button on your way in because with your wonderful donations, I was finally able to get a better laptop, Ethernet cord, and Ethernet adapter, so that I'm able to host just like Daryl and Mad Church Disease, and soon Roxanne. How's everyone doing? Okay, I just sent my partners the list. Where are they? Are they gonna roll in here like the 5 heartbeats? How y'all doing tonight? I'm actually want to say hello to those who are watching me via my Facebook page. Let me see your transcripts. Because I also, through your generous donations, I was also able to get my own StreamYard account so I can stream to my Facebook page and to my YouTube page. Hey, Tanika, can I make you one of the mods for tonight? Or because that's going to leave Dog Cigar by herself. Hey, Mary. Hey, Terry. Hey, Christine, Patsy, Simple Rashad. How y'all doing? Please hit the like button on the way in. Hey, Mr. Cigar Vlogger, how you doing?
I'm all right. How's my audio?
It sounds real good.
Okay, good.
Mr. Mad Church Disease, I sent that in the chat. The group chat.
Let me cut. Hey! Fuck wrong with
Daryl, do I still look fuzzy and hazy to you?
Yeah, you look a little fuzzy.
Oh, okay. I'm still trying to figure out how to fix this because
go into your camera settings on that little thing down there that says cam and mic, the little wheel down at the bottom. Now that's better. Turn that light back on. That's a little better, but you
can see my
what
glass.
You do, put the light. You need to have 2 lights. Since you got a big background, you need to have one light over your at a 45-degree angle over your right side, and then a lower light, but still also at a 45
Okay.
left.
Because I had my brother take off the little cover off the lights, the top. Like I'm thinking like, oh,
Yeah,
it's making everything fuzzy.
You got enough top light, but you see how I'm lit up?
Yeah, you're lit up and you're all clear and stuff, and I'm just like, okay. Okay. Hello, Mr. McMillian. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Hey, Roxanne, how you doing?
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
I didn't think I was going to be invited on the program today.
I put the link in the chat.
I normally get my links by email, and people putting links all in unfamiliar places and things, and I don't know what to do.
Where I was supposed to be sending them. Thank you so much, Cheryl.
Whatever.
I was not told that they were supposed to be in any other.
No, just so you know, we normally send it by email. Daryl, is that how you send yours?
Why are you?
Because I know I send mine that same way. Yes.
Okay, why are you sending it by email? Why do that way?
Because it gets there quicker.
Yes, and then we could do it ahead of time where we don't have to do it at the last minute.
Because like post it in the group, crazy people get it, and then they want to hop in your backstage. We got folks that ain't.
I didn't put it in this chat. I put it in our group chat, Facebook Messenger chat.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah, and that was fine, but I had to go to 2 different places to look for. But I'm so glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm here in Jesus' name. Hey, I'm glad. All right, what's up, Roxanne?
Roxanne?
Uh-oh, she froze.
Oh no.
Go out and come back in, Roxanne. Roxanne. Okay, let me get my notes up.
Please hit the like button on your way in. Thank you so very much.
Yes, because
everybody.
Oh shoot! Wait a minute. I can't make. Oh, I gotta go to Oh man. Oh man. I forgot. I can't put notes. I can't put links in here. I can't chat from the StreamYard. I gotta have something totally different open. Oh, great. But anyway, hello everybody. Welcome. Thank you guys. I changed the order of the topics.
That's
Why
fine.
that's why I'm trying to pull up my notes here. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, let me get my notes.
This damn boy. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Why did Daryl freeze? Daryl froze too.
Lord. What's going
I
on?
can hear you, but I just can't move, I guess.
All right, you got there you go. You got your Ethernet cord in, or you on with the Wi-Fi?
I'm on Ethernet.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I'm about to switch back to my account. This crazy boy didn't damn mess with my shit. Sorry.
All right, let me get my notes. All notes. There we are. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm going to be ready in just a minute here.
I put it on high definition screen. Is that better?
You're a little bit better. Yeah, you're a little bit better.
I'm still trying to get this whole.
But you're not gonna. Yeah, but you won't be non-fuzzy until you get the proper camera. The deal is you don't have the proper camera, so the fuzziness with you is going to always be there until the proper camera is purchased.
Oh, okay.
So moving right along.
Because even when I have my Samsung, I look clear though.
Yeah, because Samsung is a better camera. The pixelation on the camera is actually better than most laptops.
Okay.
Let me. I gotta open up another window so I could talk to y'all in the chat from YouTube, but I gotta turn my sound off. But I'm so glad to be here. Hey, Daryl, so did you get 15 minutes of sleep? Because that looks like that's all you got.
I got a little sleep.
You told me to wake you up at 6:45. Then I see you posting something at 6:37. I was like, I thought he said he was going to sleep.
My son came back with the chicken, so I had to do what I had to do.
Okay, you made sure you ate your drumstick before?
Yeah, so we don't do that, Come back and he get a mouthful of drumstick. We just can't do
that. Hey, Life is Lay. Hey, Christine. Michelle.
Oh,
hi, bird.
You know what? Oh Lord. Well, hopefully tonight we have a wonderful night with you guys. I want to thank you guys for all of the wonderful email messages that I get from you guys in regards to our Friday Night Lives, because I know that you guys are enjoying these programs.
You back.
Yeah, I was trying to get my earpiece to work.
Oh, okay.
I know you guys enjoy all of these shows, and I get a lot of text messages from you guys saying, hey, I wish you guys would do more of those. Well, we try and do them every Friday. So if you guys are coming by, we're always here every Friday. Please make sure there are 27, almost 30 of you guys in here now. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. If you hit the little X on the outside, it'll take you out, and you can hit the like button and come right back in if you click on the live chat. But I do appreciate all of you guys' support.
You better learn how to hear me. I ain't going through that every time. I know my volume good. Everybody and their mama hear me loud as I talk. I ain't gonna have my eardrum busted. Y'all gonna get earpieces. I'm sorry, somebody was texting me on my phone telling me I can't hear you.
Oh, that might be their problem. They might need to turn up their volume.
Either that or you need to put on your earphones.
Yeah, because the sound is typically pretty good. But Patsy says you need to turn up your volume, Daryl.
I ain't worried about Patsy.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Cause my volume's on hellfire in my eardrum. I got it up.
Why are you being mean to Patsy?
I ain't being mean to Patsy. I ain't being mean to nobody.
Thank you for posting that, Tanika.
All right, there we go.
Is it better? Because I got my gain up all the way.
Hey, April, welcome.
Seriously, can you hear me? Seriously?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I can hear you. I hear you great.
I hear you good. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, well, I did that. I adjusted that. That's why I had you send me that picture.
It's 21 earlier. In the 21 likes. It's 30 in the chat. Come on, everybody. And the one person that disliked it already, God bless you.
No, I ain't no God bless. Fuck you.
I know, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, because
Your
sometimes we just
mama should have swallowed.
Thank you, hater. You still are watching. That I
y'all
appreciate that very much.
y'all are some
Ain't nobody
horrible,
but Tootie Booty.
horrible commenters, and y'all say some mean things, and then y'all expect for us to always
Hey,
remain
Betty.
nice. And then the moment we
Mhm.
go off or we say something y'all don't like, then y'all want to come back and be talking to us. Oh, why don't y'all be nice and y'all shouldn't talk like that? And but y'all be saying all kind of mean stuff. And I know these people is in the bushes because y'all like to come over here because you be really entertained. I know why you come over here because you like our programs, but then you want to later in the week talk smack and make little snide comments like we
And
don't
make
know
your
what
own-
you're saying.
And make your own videos and stuff.
We know we
Comment.
watching you. We just don't say nothing, and we surely don't call you by your name. So
Tootie Booty.
Jack-
Tootie Booty.
jack-o'-lanterns paying y'all no attention.
Oh,
That's all I'm saying.
the treadmill thighs of thunder.
All right. Well, we you know what? We got a lot.
Oh, let me stop.
We got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. There's so much going on. I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kimberly.
Oh, I'm done. I'm getting my water, my drink.
Oh,
ready.
no. You are the host tonight. Remember? I'm
If
sorry.
You turning water to wine, communion lady. Give them damn flavor pack.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, Roxanne, it's good to see you. Roxanne. Roxanne,
Thank you.
I was up all last night watching beef videos. I did not go to sleep until like 4:00 this morning because I was trying to catch up on all the mess that be going on with these people. And I tell you, some of this stuff is funny. Some of this stuff is hilarious. And they just go at each other every week.
Ooh.
Like, I would be tired of fighting after a while.
And they are like well researched too. I'm like, y'all really got this stuff going down pat from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. a.m. I'm like, wow.
And they keep crackhead hours. They be up soon, when the door.
What's up saying crackhead hours?
5 in the morning.
What you want to call them? You want to call them Tracy hours?
The third shift.
Oh, I thought you was going to call them Tracy hours.
Oh.
Tracy PC hours. Tracy PCs.
Y'all ain't right about that. Y'all ain't.
Don't relate her to me in no way.
Wait a minute.
No.
This how you know it's a Tracy PC hour. You got to put this on your forehead.
Oh.
I went to a funeral and I came back different.
Yeah, a funeral and got in a fight. Crazy.
Oh, Lord.
I went to a
dog cigar.
Talking
about booty, stank booty.
Okay,
let's go ahead and get started, y'all.
He going to hell.
Oh Lord, I'm crazy.
Go to hell.
Speaking of funerals, this past week, George Floyd's funeral was here in Houston, and I didn't go. There was a public viewing Monday. Anyone could go from 12 to 6. The Tuesday funeral was invite only. Some of my activist friends. Yeah, there was a gate crasher.
What do you mean by gay crasher? I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, you know how have you heard of wedding crasher?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is kind of like a funeral crasher, I guess you could say.
But the person was gay? Was that what you call him, gay crasher?
Gate.
Oh, gate crasher.
You're gonna have to ass pack people.
Don't have man.
I didn't know. I was just trying to. I was trying to get it cleared.
What old undecided call on me? ARC people. ARC people.
The HRC, the Human Rights Campaign style.
You're gonna have the ARC people over here. We ain't gonna be able to go outside just picketing. We're queer. We're here. Get used to it. You know how they do. Now that was their chant back in the 80s and 90s when I was in school.
There was, yeah.
That's how I know it in my head because I used to hear.
Okay.
I lived in Atlanta. I used to hear that all the time. We're queer. We're here. Get used to it. And I'm like, that was all over town.
Wow.
Down Peachtree.
Okay. Well, we had a
wow.
I know,
funeral crash. It's called a funeral crasher, so we don't get no trouble. And was giving us some details and things while he was here. And then he left. Not sure how he got here though. it's a long way from Atlanta to
Are
here, and
you?
it was hot, and it was so hot.
Hey,
I
85
had friends
south
who
to
told me it was
Montgomery,
hot.
then 65 south to Mobile, and then I-10 to Houston.
Are
Oh,
you talking
really?
about who I think you talking about?
I don't know who y'all talking about. I ain't saying no name.
I think I just got it. Kimberly,
Mm-hmm.
you is something else. Ooh, you gonna get it.
I
You gonna,
know. I'm
you gonna
so
get it.
y'all such a bad
That
influence on me.
woman talking about me. That bonnet on her head.
But this is the thing though. I really like him though.
That woman.
I know you do. That's why we're gonna start our topic off tonight with Candace Owens. So lead us off. Whoever wants to start off with this crazy
Inbox me, April. I'll tell you.
we got to deal with this. April, by the way, I need to talk to you after this live is done. Anyway, I'm gonna do it on Facebook, so we gotta have a Facebook chat. So anyway,
Can I say something, Marcellus? I'm sorry.
Sure.
I was also trying to be kind of serious about the George Floyd thing.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people kept asking, like, because they kept seeing Reverend Al there, because he was the Minneapolis Memorial and he was here. Well, the family asked him to eulogize in Houston, and so that's why he was here. Some of my activist friends were upset because there was a lot of elected officials there who don't normally come out for Houston things that are important, but they were, they had to be seen at the George Floyd Memorial. So he was a little bit upset about that.
Who? I mean, the guy you had on last night?
No. He's another member of Black Lives Matter Houston. His name is Ashton P. Woods, and he is another member of Black Lives Matter Houston, and who helps organize with Brandon all the protest rallies and things like that in Houston. And he said he was there for the Floyd family, but he just kept seeing celebrity, elected official, and it was like, I think even Governor Abbott showed up, and I can't stand that man. I didn't vote for him with these opening Texas back up and everything. But something you said earlier to me, Daryl, if you don't mind sharing, there was something that Reverend L said in his eulogy that you thought was very, very significant, that really stuck with you.
Yeah, it really hit me in it when I heard it. He was preaching and he said, he was explaining to people just how deep racism goes. He said, every time a black man signs his name, you're not signing your name. You're signing the name of the person or the family that owned your ancestors. And that's how deep racism goes. So every time you sign a contract, a paycheck, or whatever you sign, a legal document, every time you put your name on something, yeah, your first name may be yours, but that last name is the name of the people who owns your ancestors. So every time you sign something, you're passing on racism and slavery, the remnants of it.
Now I know for my case, my name was actually given to me by my aunt, which my name came from white folks, so I know that for a fact. My name is actually French, so I know that my name came from white people. So that's true. Very true. And Roxanne, I'm gonna have to show you how to put your avatar up on your screen.
Her mic is off too.
Can you fix that? You can fix that. You know how to do it, right? There's a little box that's near her name with the mic.
You just click on it.
It's not letting me unmic her.
That means she did it herself. Okay. All right. Oh, and you even changed the colors of your little thing here. I love our new little house over here with Let me see your transcript. Oh,
I like purple.
All right. Well, I think honestly,
that's cool, Rita. You changed your last name. Actually, quite a few slaves actually changed their name. That's why you see so many black people. Last name is Freeman.
All right. What I was going to say was, I just think it's a very deep statement. Reverend Al Sharpton doesn't get a lot of credit, but Reverend Al has been out there in the forefront. You like him, good or bad, whatever, but he's always there when you need him, and he's going to take up the fight regardless. And so, that's Reverend Al for you.
Very good. We waiting on the cigar blogger.
Sorry, my son just act like he can't do nothing, chew bubble gum and walk without blowing up my phone. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. he a little slow. His mama dropped him a couple of times. He all right. He all right.
Which son is this?
The youngest one, he a little touched.
Don't take that class, Kimberly.
Yeah, because she was getting ready to go all the way up into the
Don't take that class.
Because I'm thinking like, well, it can't be Daryl Dwayne.
No,
he just did a protest last week.
You done let the cigar blogger bring you into the web.
Getting ready to go all the way up into a theology school lesson.
Okay.
What happened?
Candace Owens.
Oh, her daddy should have swallowed. Anyway.
I don't know what happened to this. Okay. Some of you in here have probably saw my video where I did about Candace Owens. I actually posted her 17, 18-minute live she did on Facebook. And then I did one with commentary. Basically, this young millennial, stereotypical millennial, I know some much better, well-informed, woke millennials, believes that, and she actually said this on George Floyd's first memorial service in Minneapolis, said that George Floyd is a criminal and that we should not treat him like a martyr. And then she want to read his police report. And then she's like, oh, we're the only race that looks up to criminals, which I'm just like, one, it doesn't matter if he was a criminal or not. That was his past. He was starting over.
And that isn't true.
It had nothing to do with his 8 minute and 46 seconds someone on his neck. Two, we ain't the only ones that sometimes like criminals. I mean, there are Jewish mobsters. Some Mexican Americans like El Chapo. And look at the president.
Hell, and she follow him. All them criminals.
What I was gonna say is the Kennedy family is a family of criminals.
Yeah.
And so anytime they start talking like that to me, I'm always like, that's just ridiculous. America was built on criminals.
Exactly.
So
look at what happened with George Zimmerman. He kills Trayvon Martin and he's over there signing people's Skittles at NRA or gun conventions.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's still alive. I really can't.
All these
and this is the thing. Some man,
but they ain't shot his ass not one time yet.
Some man actually got into He's actually had altercations with other people, and the other people that he had altercations with, they got arrested.
That guy got 20 years in prison. If his bullet had went this much further, Zimmerman would have got hit, and we wouldn't even be having this discussion. It's Zimmerman's head by.
Got in a fight with his girlfriend, and the police were called.
Yeah. But all these gangbangers who will shoot up each other and shoot up their neighborhood, and Zimmerman been walking around here scot-free, ain't got a mark on him. Y'all some punks. I said it. Because you supposed to let his ass have it on site.
All right, that's cool.
From what I understand, Zimmerman lives in Atlanta now.
What?
Yeah, from what I understand.
And when he came out, they tried to say, oh, he's not white. His mother is from Argentina. That makes him Hispanic. All my Hispanic friends was like, no, we don't claim him. He white.
He look white.
He sure benefited from being white.
He come up here to Cleveland.
Exactly.
He'd be dealt with.
Wow.
He ain't been in the right neighborhood yet. He'll get dealt with.
That's
Where is
cool,
he? He's in Florida now, right?
Huh?
He's in Florida now, right?
No, he lived in Florida, but word on the street is he's in Atlanta now because he got arrested or something long ago.
Who's GoFund? Oh yeah, Candace Owens. Yeah, they shut her GoFundMe down.
What was she raising money for? Does anyone know?
Probably a new hairdo.
Oh my goodness, the hair! How come everybody that is a black conservative and being anti-black, they got the worst hairstyles?
No, they wear that Becky, that Condoleezza Rice style.
They try anyway, but no, because when you're a conservative, you don't want to go to the black neighborhood because in order for you to get your hair really done, you need to go to a black neighborhood with a black woman, and these folks don't want to do it. How does this woman have a whole wedding and not a single black person, but not a single black person in her wedding? Somebody explain that to me.
Because she got no friends that are black.
She the only black person.
They probably didn't want to show up.
Yeah, and then she probably
because she said she did lose friends when she got that job.
They weren't invited. They were not invited. I know all too well.
You talking about Candace Owens or Omarosa? I thought
Omarosa. She's the token black girl in her circle.
We're talking about Candace Owens.
Oh yeah. And that dress was ugly. I was like, what is this?
As far as I'm concerned, let me go a little deeper here. The interesting thing about Black conservatives and Black evangelicals, and I was just talking to somebody about this about an hour or so ago. When you say the word evangelical to me, in most cases, I'm going to think white supremacists. And it doesn't have anything to do with the color of your skin. It has everything to do with what you stand for and who you stand with. Because when it comes to issues of Blacks and race in America, white evangelicals and Black evangelicals are mirrored the same. They are very silent on the issues. They never come out to do anything. When you got a Black Lives Matter protest and you got Amish people standing there with signs, you're living in a different time, because the Amish people even had sense enough to come out and go, you know what, this just isn't right. Now, focusing on the criminal background of the Black individual whose life was snuffed out is classic. It's really classic white conservative media tactics. This is what they consistently do when a Black person is killed or murdered. There are two things that they do. The first thing they want you to do is they want to focus in on the criminality of the person who has been murdered. They want to tell you, oh, he had a joint in his pocket. Oh, it looked like he was going to steal, or he had a robbery in his past. Right. So it's always that's goal number one. They always go there to attack the person's character. And the second tactic, and now it just blew my went out of my mind here. That's the first tactic they use. And oh God, it'll come back to me. But
disprove the evidence. That's the second thing.
You said what? Say it again.
Disprove the evidence.
Oh yeah,
evidence.
Yeah, well, they're always like, oh, he had a screwdriver in his pocket. It could have been used as a weapon, or anything. They always come up with anything. But I know for sure the assassination of the cat. Oh, that's what the second thing is. Then the second thing they always try and do is go, oh, well, then y'all need to worry about Black on Black crime, because Black people kill Black people, and it's a whole bunch of Black people that's killing Black people, and they always try to throw that up as if that is an overwhelming situation. Listen, all races kill the same race. White people kill white people, Black people kill Black people. It has to do with the proximity of the people that you're in connection with and to. So this argument that Black people are just killing each other is foolishness, and they know it's foolishness, but they keep perpetuating it, and I'm actually kind of tired of it.
I agree.
So no more about Candace Owens.
That's all I got to say about that.
It was one thing I thought was interesting about Candace Owens. I'm sorry, I'm doing it again.
That's all I got to say about her.
I just want everybody to, if you get a chance, watch Dave Chappelle's new comedy. I had it all on Facebook called 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Best comedy I've seen.
Girl, I sent it to Jay, and he was in the other room just laughing.
Yeah, it's
just a laugh.
Yeah.
He said it was hilarious.
He talked about Candace. Oh, Candace, I had to send him some truce. Offer a truce to him or something, because he talked about Candace, and then that other woman that told LeBron to just shut up and dribble. I forget that lady's name. He went off on them too.
Laura Ingalls.
That's her.
Yeah, she's a white racist too. She is. Yeah. Right along with that Kelly. What's that lady's name? Kelly, not Conway. The one that has the TV show, the white one that used to be on Fox.
Blonde hair one.
The blonde head. Her name is Kelly something, but I can't remember because she's insignificant. No, Kelly Conway she works for the president. She's the liar.
Oh, that's that little skinny looking lady.
Yeah, the one who looks sick. Yeah. What's the other one that had the TV show Kelly? It's Megyn Kelly. That's her name, Megyn Kelly.
Oh, the one that's on The View.
No. That's Meghan McCain.
That's McCain.
We can't keep our blonde women, white women straight around here, can we?
That's why we keep calling them Karen.
You know what they say? They all look alike.
Karen.
That's what they say anyway.
The Karen. The Karen.
Yeah.
Old Karen, young Karen, middle-aged Karen, Fox TV Karen. ABC Karen. Let's say the Karens. Hell, we ain't got time.
Right.
There's been a lot of Karens in the news.
Yeah,
What
we'll
is
be
up with this? Why are they?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up.
Yeah. What?
Well,
What is going? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you. Well, I was gonna say Kanye West is giving money to George Floyd. Now, I had a question to you, with you, Kimberly. Did he give money to Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery as well, or
Yes.
or
Which I was surprised because when Candace Owens made her speech, she was like, "This is what y'all think of us Black conservatives," and she named Kanye West, and I'm just like, did she not know that he just gave money to their families and he set up a scholarship fund for the daughter, and he did one good thing that she should have. He shut up. He didn't speak during this whole crisis. He's opened his wallet.
That's what
and not his mouth
talked about.
And not his mouth. Just like, why couldn't she do that? But she's dropping his name like, oh, he's with us like me. And I'm just like, wait, did you talk to him about this first?
Thought just hit my brain. You know, it's kind of hard for you. It's kind of hard for you to open your mouth when you've made statements like slavery is a choice in the midst of this kind of an upheaval situation. For some odd reason, you know, we're dealing with Black people in America who end up having to eat crow and eat their words later because of the things that they say. What could Kanye West honestly come out and tell the public at this point that any reasonable thinking Black person in America could give some respect to him? Only thing we could do is respect his cash. Pass out the cash. Pass out.
And I wish some other celebrities had done the same thing too.
all the time.
Say it again. Go again, Roxanne.
I said, we watch the president say ridiculous shit every day. I can't believe the stuff he come up with. So,
I want someone to break his phone.
I'm glad he didn't open his mouth. But I'm sure he could have thought of some shit.
Yeah.
Like Dave Chappelle said, he said, I'm okay riding in the back seat on this one. I'm fine with the young people driving the car.
Yeah, so am I.
He said they don't need to hear from a celebrity. They need to hear from people on the ground.
I agree. I definitely agree. Well, that leads us to our Karens in the news. White girls gone wild. That's how I'm titling that. Karens in the news. White girls have gone wild. Which white lady we want to start with first? The lady in Arizona, the lady in the park with the dog, the white.
I like the one that got slapped in Arizona. That
was my favorite too.
That was my favorite.
Yeah,
slapped for 1,000.
So can you tell us what happened, Daryl? You don't want to send us that.
Oh, she decided that she was going to tell this lady that she presumed was a legal alien to go back to her country where she came from. And little mama wasn't having it. You know, she's a big Karen too. She's about 6 foot or 5'10". Big old furniture moving broad. You know,
girl.
Huh? She's a big one.
She was a big girl.
Yeah. Until little mama, till little feisty chopped her ass down the side with that goon hand. So she gonna get up in the girl's face, and it was a white guy recording and said, "Hey, you need to go on about your business. No, you're gonna leave too." She got and so entitled. Oh no, you're gonna leave this store like it was her store. Told the guy that was recording he gonna leave. Told, oh, she's gonna leave too. And she called me a bitch. I'd have called you a bitch too. You got up in my face. But I'd have been calling, I'd have been calling you that as I'd have been putting these 5-finger discounts on you. But she walked up and she put on. I guess she got a little too.
Should have known it was trouble,
no, she put her hand on that girl's arm. She got
she grabbed her. And that girl
was using her hands like this. I said, "Oh, this ain't gonna turn out right."
When a woman, I don't care what race you're, but especially a Black and a Latino woman, because I lived in New York with them Puerto Rican. When they do that head like this here, and when them hands do like this, or they doing like this when they
moving their hand.
Yeah, see that hand is a cock position. Like, and what happened? Now, and what had happened was when soon she put her hand on that girl left arm, that right hand connected. It was a beautiful thing. Bow! And she didn't even clap back, fight back. She, oh my God! Oh no! And she walked straight to her car. She got. Ain't nobody had to tell her where that other door was. She didn't go out the door where she got slapped at. She went all the way around to the other side of the counter and back to that car. I had 10 on 10. I ain't coming back here no more. So if all my gas on pump, let's keep it till next time. I ain't coming back here. Ooh. I bet she thought she was in tier 1 when she got slapped. Bow! And I loved every minute.
Now this is gonna sound like a mean statement, but I think white women in America need to go through a psychological evaluation.
No, Not all of them.
A lot of them do. Because what makes you think that you could go into a store when someone is standing at the cash register? Because apparently the way that I understood this and the way stuff went down, she had went outside, I guess, and the pump wasn't working properly. So she decided she would go, she's going to come back in the store and just move the woman who was at the cash register out of the way, and then go to verbally assaulting her, by telling her to go back where she came from and all of this other stuff. But what is it about white women in America that makes you feel that you are so privileged that you can walk into places and spaces and just say whatever you think you want to say without any sort of repercussions to your actions? And not just white women, because there's some white men who think they have that right as well. But this is a clear example of white girls gone wild. And when people have enough of you, you get the shit slapped out of you, because that's exactly what happened. That little Latina girl in that, and she might have been
Native American. It was
Native American.
She from the Slap-a-Hole tribe.
Yeah, she's
from the Slap-a-Hole tribe, and she laid down a penny.
Because I think she was Native American, because she did mention that in the video.
The woman assumed that she was Latino,
right? And she's Native American. And she put the Wahoo McDaniel chop on that
ass. What? Hey.
She's telling a whole Native American to go back to where you came from.
This no damn country.
That is the arrogance of it all. But when she slapped that head, and I saw that blonde hair whipping the wind like a damn lace front. I was like, "Ooh, that was a beautiful slap right there." And it only took one. She ain't had to cock it back. She ain't had to speak, or no other words were spoken. All that hand went bow, and that woman immediately, her feet started moving forward. Like, you can stay here, but the rest of your body is getting back in that car. Your head can stay if you want it and keep running your mouth, but all the rest of us is getting back there on pump 10, and we're gonna sit our ass down in that air conditioner.
Well, here's the other funny part that you mentioned, Daryl. Then she turns to the guy that's holding the camera. And you're going to leave too, and you're going to get out of here too, and you're going to do this. And I'm sitting here to myself going, the mentality.
Entitlement.
But you saw how quick all of that left her when that slap connected.
Oh, yeah, because God is good.
Yep.
God is truly good.
Got it right. Got it real right.
I said, ass whoopings change lives, and it saves lives. Right now, that white woman in Bible study right now getting right with the Lord. If she hears some Indian war drum, she'll turn her ass will turn buttermilk. She don't even drive past the Indian reservation. She don't even say Indian words anymore. She won't even say if a city got an Indian name, she won't say.
Well, she ought to think about that shit before the next time she open her mouth, because I swear to you that entire situation was so beautiful. I don't think anybody could say anything negative about that, because it's we're at a peak. Go ahead, Kimberly.
I was saying, you were invading her personal space,
right?
You had your hand in her face, then you touched her. So that's assault. She had the right to defend herself. Same thing with that lady in Target with the knife stabbing people.
That was crazy. See, right there. Let me tell you something. I've been saying, everybody laugh at me. The unarmed people get harassed by crazy white folk. You ain't never seen an armed black person or a group of armed black people get bothered by crazy white folk. You hadn't seen it. Case in point, the Black Panthers back in the 60s. Nobody bothered them because they had guns. You act crazy you want to, we're just going to be in the middle of the street shooting each other. They pick with little bitty women. That's right, Pat. The Slap-a-Hole tribe. They pick with little bitty women that are by themselves. You notice when she was bucking up at that little Indian lady, she picked the smallest person in the crowd, which was that little lady. She didn't mess with the dude that was standing with the guy. She didn't mess with him, and she didn't mess with the guy with the camera phone. She picked the smallest person. And if you really want to get a good laugh, go look at the video again and watch how the cashier was ignoring the whole thing. He said, "I done seen this before. She about to get shit knocked out of her. I'm gonna just keep running his register. He didn't even look up. When the clock went off, he didn't even look up. He just passed the change to the person that was behind him. Bow! Here you go. He didn't even look up. Because he's seen that 1,000 times that he just smacked the hell knocked out them right at the cash register.
But you know, another reason why he probably did that too is because if you see it, then you're responsible for the stuff that happens, and so
you have to write a report.
Right,
if you see it, you have to write a report.
Right. He ain't trying to do none of that. He like, I ain't see no evil, hear no evil. All I know is she got slapped. That's the end of that. Moving right along.
That's right.
New York is supposed to pass an Amy Cooper law. So that if you're white and you call the police on a black person or person of color, you can get arrested.
It needs to go nationwide.
It does.
Yeah. That should have been on.
But I think that lady did lose her job and she lost her dog.
She got the dog
back.
She
did lose her job.
They gave her a dog back.
They gave the dog back.
I thought they said they took the dog back because she got it from a shelter.
Back. No, she ended up getting the dog back.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice.
But
they gave Becky her dog back. She was carrying her dog back.
And it was also another one. Huh?
She apologized too.
Like they
always apologize after the fact. But see, that law should be in effect anyway. That's like accusing somebody of rape. That's a crime. You could get somebody arrested. They could get hurt or killed. So when you out here calling,
there is a law.
Right. But see, Cuomo's trying to get that enacted now, and it's named after that crazy woman, the Amy Cooper law. She's trying to get that if you know
that's making a false report.
Yeah,
that's against the law.
But they trying to get it, notch it up to where it's a hate crime. Not just a little. They trying to make it as being a hate crime, that if you call, because you're calling with the intent of getting this person severely hurt or killed by the police.
And look at what she said: is an African American man threatening me.
She kept saying that. She kept saying that. I can't tell you before I lost his weight, I can't tell you how many times I've walked places. The police have stopped when I've been stopped by the cops, and I hear them say, "Oh, he's a big one," when they're walking up to the car, and I'm like, I already have my hand out the window with my insurance and my registration and my license. I'm like, I'm not causing you any problems. I say, here's my information. But
and I'm just the opposite. I must think I must have been a white guy, something in the form of life, because I be talking too much smack. As soon as they pull me over, I'd be like, "You are the stupidest man on the planet."
Oh Lord!
I'm gonna be the one on the news. Y'all gonna be like, "Why was?"
Like y'all when you start to go on me for
oh, I just go off. I don't even wait. I don't even wait.
Mad when he talked to that cop.
I just go off immediately. And
something stupid. Like the cop said, I can smell marijuana in the car. I said, no, sir. I smoked it all yesterday.
Right?
No, I had a cop ask me,
right?
Stop me going to work. The same cop stopped me going to work and coming back. That's how racist the situation I was when I was in Atlanta. He said, what you doing up here in this part of town? I said, I'm going to your girlfriend's house. I got lost. What's the address? And he looked, oh, you got a mouth on you. I said, you do too. And he looked down the car, and I had my pistol sitting in my lap. He had his hand on his gun. I said, look like one of us going to make the news today, huh? And he just looked at me. I was young and cocky back then. I was 24, 25. I said, look like one of us going to make the news.
No, I'm so dumb. I went off on the police. So the man looked at me. Now, you know, it's hilarious when the cop looked back at you and say, sir, you need to go have yourself mentally checked out. And he walked away from me. I was laughing so hard at myself. I said, I just went off on him. I was in a brand new car. He had no business pulling me over.
Everybody to know, police never, ever want to deal with a crazy person.
No, that's too much.
So if you start beating your head like this, and telling them you ain't had your medicine, they will let you go. I promise you. And it's because those people that certain medications that crazy people are on, the real serious medicine, they're like 10 people strong. They will whoop your ass up. They will whoop your ass.
You know, I got too many jokes for crazy people. We better move on from this stuff because I just got some stuff to hit my brain that I can't say. So we better move on.
Some people say they're not crazy. They really are. You can't say crazy. That's
I got some stuff. But Roxanne,
Yeah, you sure can, cause they be like, I ain't from Nutsville. I can
make a pie, Roxanne. Make a pie.
I ain't have with my medicine. That's all you gotta do. They be like, oh man,
I bake some pies this week, Roxanne. I'm a good pie baker. Okay, go ahead. That's an inside joke. Moving along.
Okay. There's been a rise in the number of COVID-19 cases, and some people are blaming it on the protests. But I feel like
easy way out.
Is it the protest or is it the fact that these states have opened up since May?
Both. It's not an either or. It's a both and. That's the problem.
But where they're protesting, the heat is hot. So I thought
but that's not helping. No, that's not actually true. Arizona's cases have gone up through the roof. Arizona's cases are going up, and all of those places that they kept saying, "Oh, well, if it's hot and it's warm, you don't have to worry," and stuff like that. And those places now, their cases, and the state of Arizona, if I'm not mistaken, all their hospitals are almost at capacity right now.
Yeah. And Ohio has gone down because our governor was one of the first people to shut stuff down and shut it down the longest. But now he opened it back up. It's going to go back up again.
Yeah, the same thing in Houston. Our Governor Abbott, opened up the state back up in beginning of May, even though our county and our city were like, hey, we need everyone to wear a mask and stay at home. He's like, oh, we're going to open, and he's doing this in phases, and our numbers have gone up. But now people are saying, oh, look at all the people protesting. It's going to be a rise in coronavirus. It's like, okay, either black people going to get killed by coronavirus or we're going to get killed by racism.
Or you could get killed by a Trump convention.
Yeah, because they're
at a Trump rally, like someone is trying to have next week on Juneteenth in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah. And then the convention is going to be in Jacksonville, Florida on Axe Handle Saturday. That was a historical event that happened. They attacked black people in Jacksonville with
Lord. And they attacked black folks in Tulsa.
On the anniversary of that.
Yeah, well, he knows what he's doing. He's appealing to the white base.
He's putting more fuel on the flames, and then when it overflows on his ass, he'll get what he get.
They're actually making them sign COVID-19 waivers for the Tulsa rally.
They shouldn't sign shit. They shouldn't sign a darn thing. And the reason why
they sign one, and he won't wear a mask.
Wait a minute.
Did he sign one?
They're doing that because they want to escape liability because they know they have no business holding these meetings in the first place. That's why they're doing that.
You can't hold a convention and have these people not be in close proximity. Delegates got to vote. The people got to come to the floor. They got to have motions and all. Instead of them having the common sense to do everything digital. But
right. Well, Tanja, here's the thing that I'll tell you. I just think that the whole COVID. Well, here's the best way to put it. We can't believe none of the numbers because we cannot trust our leader. We can't trust him. And the people that were responsible that Obama left in place and Obama, right, the people that Obama laid out for this dude and the stuff that was laid out for him, he dismantled, he got rid of the people. And so and I keep telling everybody, we don't have a crisis in truth in America. We have a crisis in trust. And the reason why we have a crisis in trust, because we don't trust our leaders. We don't trust our preachers. We don't trust the so-called prophets. We can't trust no damn body because nobody wants to tell the truth. Nobody wants to do what's right. So we have a crisis in truth. And because we have a crisis in truth, it leads to a crisis in trust. I don't trust anybody. I don't even trust the damn people at the grocery store. I don't know if they wiping everything down right. I don't trust nobody. I don't even trust the people at the Jack in the Box, the farmer boys. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust anybody.
Also, I think
not even the people in the hospital.
I don't trust nobody.
What I also had an issue with was that we've only had I guess it's going on the second week of protesting.
18 days.
18 days. It takes 14 days for symptoms to show up, right? From COVID-19.
It could take even longer than that.
So aren't really the cases that they're telling us about, didn't they come from May, not now?
Yeah.
It would have came from 14 days ago at least.
Yes, which would have been in May. Yes.
If you got tested.
Right around Memorial Day.
Memorial Day. Okay. But everybody was going to the beaches and the beaches had reopened.
Yeah, right. Florida and parts of Texas.
Yeah, and it kind of convenient. It was okay for the beaches to be open, but now it's like, oh, all these people out there protesting gonna get COVID. Now you worried?
But the beaches were
Just want us to go home.
Nobody was wearing a mask at the beach.
No.
Nope.
Everybody I see protesting got a face mask on.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they're getting tear gas because they're trying to protect all of that.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. You know,
and the looters have masks.
Oh, and let's speak about that for a minute. That ain't on the list, but now that you mentioned that makes me think. You know, another thing about these here riots that I have discovered. All these white people showing up and doing all this looting and blaming the black people. Now, mind you, there were some black people that did some looting, but there were a whole heck of a lot of white people who came out for some free stuff this go round. And some of them thought they were so slick, they painted themselves black. Did you see some of these? Yes.
I saw that.
Yeah, they were painting themselves black.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have to be kidding me. Is this for real? But this is the world we live in when people do this kind of stuff and they just don't think that, and they think they'll get away with it. But, you know, these white folks is out here looting too. And don't you let the media get you to thinking it was just a bunch of black folks. But because of all of this looting, that leads me to the next point I want to mention. This whole defund or abolish the police, you know, the Minneapolis and Washington, D.C. and the Houston folks with these police budgets are a large, very large portion of the city's budget. People are now submitting that maybe they want to either defund or abolish the police. I know here in California, our mayor took $150 million from their budget and the people went crazy. If y'all could have heard the stuff that was being said on the radio, y'all would not believe it.
I can believe it. But I'm gonna tell you, the little town that I live in, 43.8% of the city's operating budget goes to police and fire.
How much of that 48? How much of that 48% is actually fire? Like,
about 14%.
The firemen. Has anyone ever say fuck the firemen?
We only have, I want to say, 6 fire trucks in the whole city. I'm giving, because right off the top of my head, around the corner from me, there's 2 engines there, and then the other location. Hell, we might not even have 6. I'm saying 6.
What the hell?
Well, the town is only this big, so but we got 90, almost 100 cops now. We finally got 8 black cops on the staff because they added some 2 more cops. But the bulk of the budget, that 43.8% goes to the police department.
How much of that is for weapons?
Oh shit! All of them armed to the teeth. All of them got body armor, AR weapons. Because like when y'all would tease me, I made it a point to buy the exact same weapons that they have. I said, "What do y'all carry?" Because I talk to them all the time. Like when I was at the rally with my son this past weekend, and I was real proud. I said, "Well, what do y'all carry?" He was telling me. I was writing it down. I was like, "I want to make sure I had the exact same stuff you got."
When if the apocalypse go off, I'm going to Daryl's.
I'm gonna be prepared, just like that. Right. You come on.
You don't have to replace weapons every year.
Huh?
You don't replace weapons every year, so
yeah, they do. They upgrade.
They're always making new weapons.
That can't be a big portion.
But see, they sell the surplus. They sell the surplus, the items that they upgrade. They sell them publicly. You know, like the guns, they sell them back, I guess, to the distributors, and then they turn around and sell them. So they get some of that money back.
Well, if we
didn't buy new equipment every year.
If we go to have an apocalypse, I'm going to Roxanne's house because the air conditioning will still be working because of the generator and the food. I'll be at Roxanne's. You can be at Daryl's. I'll be at Roxanne's.
I'll bring a generator, Daryl.
That's right. Hey, guess what?
I got one gun, Marcellus. But unlike Daryl, I only need one because I can shoot.
Right? Okay.
Hey, I got a fishing pole. We'll eat good because all these deers and the fish, we're right by the lake. We'll eat good and we'll be full. And we'll make all of them mad, especially all them tootie booties and everything.
You go on and eat the fish. You go on and eat the fish.
I got 2 freezers full.
They're going to pour all that stuff in that water, and your fish going to be glowing in the dark, and y'all going to be neon outside at night glowing in the dark so y'all can be like targets.
Okay, well, we'll eat deer. That's fine.
Deer sausage is good with some mustard and some bread.
Marcellus, good. We're good.
Right?
Turkeys and deer. We be full over here. And be grilling.
No, you're not.
All of them mad on social media because me and Kim will be out on the grill. I'm like, come over here, stand next to him. Help me turn the meat. They be angry. Look at them out there grilling with them damn monetization checks. Them
Marcellus, Marcellus have a gas grill and a regular grill.
Yeah, we good, Roxanne. Trust me.
I got 3 grills, Kim. We good. We have chicken on one, fish and beef on the other. We good, girl. We good.
Here we go. All right. So with that being said, so let me say this. I should ask this on everybody before I move on to the next point I want to make. So, Kimberly, are you for abolish or are you for defund?
Defund.
Daryl, abolish or defund?
Neither.
So you don't want to defund the police or abolish it. You just want to leave it the way it's at.
I want to restructure.
Okay.
Defund,
all right.
Defund is a sweeping term. I don't think people, they're getting caught up in their passions. They're not realizing what they're asking.
Yeah, I think you're correct about that too. So do I.
Caught up in their passion. We got to be prudent and make wise decisions. The honest cops serve a good and needed purpose.
Absolutely.
And funding away from that, they're gonna have to take cops off the street. And when they take cops off the street, the crime is gonna go up.
All right.
But
Roxanne,
maybe they fund and not the weapons, though.
I do say this though. Ain't no damn law enforcement agency the size of this little town I live in. They do not need armor equipment like tanks and battering rams and all that.
That's
they don't
what I
need
mean by defund.
Restructure. Instead of buying instead of buying a battering ram, take the money you spend on that battering ram and hire another cop and put him on the street, not no damn battering ram. Because we don't have SWAT situation, hostage situation. If it gets that bad, call the state troopers.
Well, I mean, but Daryl, if you just hire 8 cops and you don't, and the city is not that big, I don't understand why you would want to take the money from the tank and just hire another cop. I don't understand why you wouldn't take that money and put it in.
Get training?
Right? Why couldn't they put it in training or a social program that would help them be able to navigate the communities that they serve?
What you guys are saying is what the defunders are saying.
Right, absolutely.
That when they say it, people just hear defund and they're like, "Oh no!" And then they're saying exact things that both of you are saying.
Well, why don't they change the terminology and it'll make more sense?
Then what do you say besides defund?
When I hear defund, that means defund makes you taking money out.
They are taking money out. That's the idea.
Guns.
Roxanne, let me ask you before we move on:
Go ahead.
defund, or abolish?
Neither. I agree with Daryl. It needs to be reconstructed. If you defund, then what happens is when they hire police officers, the standards are much lower because they're paying less. There needs to be more education. And like in DC, the DMV, the police officers in the area help run the Boys and Girls Club, which means the police officers know the kids, know the kids' parents. Again, that's the same thing. That's policing ourselves. So if I walk through a neighborhood and I see Kevin on the corner selling drugs, and I tell Kevin, I'm going around here and tell Big Mama I saw you on the corner selling drugs. He know I'm going, and Kevin don't want me to go.
Well, here's another thing that I've been saying,
Because
even when right, I got you, and I agree with that, Roxanne. And that's what I was saying before we went on live tonight. That a part of the responsibility, the cops need to know the people in the neighborhoods that they work in, and for those white cops that do know that work in black areas who actually talk with the people in the area and talk with the neighbors and walk the beat, they actually have a lot better relationship with the people in those neighborhoods than the people who just show up and tell the people get back on the curb and all this kind of stuff that they're doing. But there was a point I wanted to make as far as the defunding. Are you looking at the news?
I'm sorry. The protesters in Seattle just took over the city hall. I'm sorry.
Good for them. Yay. Now, let me focus on this. And we'll get there because that might be we'll get there. Kimberly, when it comes to defunding, and I am actually for a defunding a portion of these police, and the reason why is because I used to raise a lot of money for the police. And see, what people have these notions that the police departments and all of these departments are suffering because they put themselves out there like, like they one of those, you know how you see them little African children on the commercial, with the flies all in their eyes, and you got what was that big fat lady, Sally Struthers? You remember Sally Struthers used to be out there, and and every commercial for the police and all these people, it sounds like an ASPCA commercial. In the arms of an angel, and they trying to convince you that everybody's broke, and it just gets on my nerves. Listen, the police departments are funded very well. Some of those funds need to be rediverted into other areas that could serve our community and those communities better. Period. And so when we talk about defunding, that is an area where the defunding makes sense. Now, to Roxanne's point, if you defund them, you run the consequence of not getting the proper type of police or people who, have the proper education that can really do the job well. And I think that's a point. That's a very, very, that's a valid point. But we don't really care too much about teachers in that same attitude, in that same vein, because if you have properly trained and educated teachers and you pay them well, they'll want to do the job. So it's like our priorities are really mixed up in America. So our priorities are for the people with the guns. We don't mind funding them, but the people who educate your children, you have a very difficult time funding them. And I don't know. I think we do need to defund some of this stuff and go in a different direction.
You're missing the point. There's big money in prisons.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
Especially privatized prisons. We can't have educated people because educated people tend to not commit as many crimes as uneducated people. And if you educating everybody, they got jobs and they're not out there breaking the law. And if they're not out there breaking the law, those prisons can't get filled.
Wait a minute, but let me. Well, that's my field. Okay. So when I say that you don't get as good as an officer, what that means is people who have degrees don't want to go into law enforcement.
Correct.
Because the money is just it's just not worth the headache.
Right.
But if you're paying your people well, then yeah, I have my degree. I don't mind going into the police department. Hell, I only got to work 20 years. Once I work 20 years, I can retire and go do something else. You have to make it appealing to people to want to go in. But you can't just be a cop and not get to know the people in the area.
Exactly.
And yes. What's that? Michael Jordan.
Invest in private prisons.
Invest in private prisons. That's a money-making business.
Yeah, it is.
There are all
it's
kinds
huge.
of facts. It's ridiculous.
Is that
and that's
why
where our black men are going?
Is that why he gave $100 million to
He
organizations?
shoved that $100 million up his black ass because all of those kids that stand in line for his raggedy ass sneakers, which is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, because he probably only spent $2 making them, and they spending $200 to make them, and he owes the black community that.
Kim, can you remove that comment for me?
I had this up because I wanted us to address something.
Okay.
And I forgot to put it on the list. Because of all the protests that have been happening, this like NASCAR removed the Confederate flag from their races, and people are looking at other institutions that are reminding that is of inequality. And so some people in some places that still have Confederate statues or monuments,
my hometown,
they're getting those taken down voluntarily or involuntarily. Either their city council has them removed, or people go out down there and remove them. Patsy, I wanted to ask a question. Are you upset that they're removed?
No. I can tell you that. No. If you live in Alabama, you don't want that bullshit in your town. No.
Yeah.
No. Well, speaking of that, I want to mention this while we're on this subject. It looks as if, because of all of this foolishness, that they have decided to take Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam's gun away. which I find to be quite interesting.
And the Paw Patrol, the cop character.
Yeah, what I find interesting, these people aren't even real. This ain't even real, and they want to take away Elmer Fudd's gun.
Political correctness gone too damn far.
That's too much.
Way too far. Way too far. Way
then,
too far.
A couple of months, but then last year people were upset when the little cartoon show called Arthur, his teacher was a male, I think, anteater, and married his boyfriend.
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, we can't have the kids watching."
And Sesame Street got a gay couple.
And Sesame has
who,
gay
Bert
parents.
and Ernie?
Bert and Ernie been gay. Yeah,
been gay. It was like another one of the other Muppets has two dads or two mommies. Oh. And I'm thinking like, and this is the thing, this cartoon and Sesame Street have been on for decades. Some of these people don't even have children anymore. But you're like, oh no, you can't have this on TV because it's gonna hurt the children. And I'm just like,
I don't want my children
parental advisory. That's why there's parental advisory letters to let you know that, hey, you shouldn't do this.
My grandkids, I'm not ready to have that conversation why Johnny has two dads. I don't want my grandkids exposed to that because I'm not ready to have a conversation. Okay. I don't even know where to begin.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do your kids or your grandkids ever watch Arthur?
No, thank God.
Then guess what? It's not even up for discussion.
Well, they're going to be
campaigning so that other people want to get out there.
More of it.
One day, grandmama going to be with them in Walmart, and they're like, "Grandmama, why them two men kissing or touching each other's bread basket?" And she's going to have that talk. I lived in Atlanta, the second largest gay population next to San Francisco. Mm-hmm. And my kids would look at me like, what they doing? I said, I had to have that talk early. Mm-hmm. Like, well, everybody,
I don't look forward to it.
Yeah, really everybody don't. Everybody loves in a different way, son.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question, Tanja.
That's a good one. I can use that one.
They probably won't even let him have a bow and arrow. He probably become vegan.
Oh, shut the hell up. Here you go again. No, Lord. You got something against people that like eating healthy, huh? What's wrong with you? Here you go.
My granddaddy smoked joints until he died and drank.
That's true.
He all three of his wives. Thank you very much.
So does Nickelodeon. So does the Discovery Channel. There's a cartoon called The Loud House. The boy he's the only boy in his family. His best friend is a black boy who has two parents, two dads.
Political correctness has
nobody has
none of this stuff. I am oblivious to all of this.
Cartoon networks.
Political correctness has ruined America. It's one of the reasons I stopped.
Maybe it's just me, but I think that's just going too far.
Yeah,
I just do.
Political correctness has ruined America.
Here's why. But here's why, Kim, I think I can understand both of their points. And this is the point that I think most people in America have lost. And this is what we have lost. The responsibility of educating your children about these matters relies on your home. Mm. It doesn't rely in your school or in these social constructs. Mm-hmm. And the problem is we have allowed the school system and these social places and spaces to educate our children. And when I say our children, I'm talking about the children of the world, because I ain't got none. So, I do understand that. And so that's another place. But I think people need to go back to that. I remember the very day, I vividly remember the very day that my mother heard a woman use the word period on television, and it was referring to a Tampax commercial. I never forget it. I was in the living room watching television, and because my mother used to watch those soap operas during the day, like All My Children and One Life to Live. And I remember they ran a commercial, and the woman said, "When I get my period," or blah, blah, blah. And all I heard was a bunch of dishes breaking and falling. Blam, 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 blam. And my mama say, "What did she say?" And I was so naive at the time, kid. I was like, she was talking about a period at the end of a sentence. You know how you have a little dot at the end of the sentence? She said when she get her period, my mother, I get you out, Roxanne. And I was so stupid. So my mother was like, oh, but my mother is the one who taught me about those types of things. These people keep letting their children be educated by the school system, by everybody else, but except for the people in their house. I think that you should not overwhelmingly put this stuff out in front of these children so it negates the responsibility of the parents and the people in the household. Now that's one part of it. Now to those of you who say, but Marcellus, we all know that a lot of those people and parents are not educating their children in the household, and that's why we have the problems that we have. And I agree, I understand your point as well, but I just don't believe that it needs to be an overarching and an overwhelming thing in our society. And I'm gonna leave my comments there because I don't want to make some other people real mad, because I could go somewhere with that, because there's always been gay people and there's always been stuff out there in this society, but we just didn't have it, out the way that everything is out right now. This ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new under this here.
We've had gay characters before if we really want to talk about it. But y'all gonna tell me to take that class. So
what speaking of, name one.
Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss was not gay.
Bugs Bunny.
No.
Bugs Bunny was super gay. Kissing men in
he
the
did
mouth.
drag. Bugs Bunny did drag.
Kissing men in the mouth and all
He
that.
married Elmer Fudd in one of the ceremonies.
Every episode he was kissing a man in the mouth. Gay.
I can't stand it.
Extra crispy gay.
What has that got? Vanity? One of the Smurfs? Always looking at himself in the mirror, but never at Smurfette.
And Smurfette was a hoe, and that was prostitution. how she got a house laid out, ain't got no job? Smurfette was selling some Smurfette.
She had to be doing something.
She was the only gal in the village, and everybody, all them blue balls around her, somebody got their balls taken care of.
Yeah.
Bert
Well,
Regina Lowry, please don't help them.
Bert and Ernie been gay.
Been gay.
Regina
in the same room. Two men going to sleep at night in the same room. Even though they was in twin beds, they were still in the same room. You know,
I'm going to bed now, Bert. You're going to bed, Bert. I'm going to bed, Bert.
I'm going to come here, Bert. I'm going to lay across my bed on my.
What about when they would be in the tub with the bubbles and the rubber ducky? Okay,
rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time fun. Yeah, you make bath time fun.
And what about what's that cartoon? Lilo and Stitch.
Oh,
anyone see Lilo and Stitch?
I didn't see it. Nope.
And one of the characters was always in drag.
Yeah.
Well, I love Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry was like my favorite cartoon.
Y'all.
Moving on from the gay subject, let's talk about William McRae statement that the black church.
Speaking of the gay subject,
William McRae statement that the black church.
He does a cross-dresser though.
Who?
He did say that one time.
I think you be listening to him too much.
No. One time he said something about
this is
he was really making a shady comment about how someone else dressed and how someone else acted. And he was like, well, how can a cross-dresser from Atlanta do this? And I forget what it was, but he did say
I don't think I've ever heard William say anything about being
they got it on their channel. I'm gonna find it. He did say that.
This is what
he did say that about himself.
What happens when you sit up late night and hour when you should be sleeping, and you'll be.
No, he said that months ago. When me up late, I saw it.
You know those.
So William said in a video he was a cross dresser.
He implied he was a cross dresser when he was referring to himself. Yes.
I don't think I've ever heard him say that. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on because I just can't.
Find it and we're gonna play it next week.
I can't.
Kim, find it so we can play it next week.
You're gonna
I will. But no, what he actually said in his Sunday Night Live.
You're enabling her to do this. You're gonna.
But here's what. But no. But what I'm Daryl. Wait a minute. Daryl. Seriously, I have heard William McRae say some things over the years, but I have never heard William on video say he was a cross dresser.
He probably didn't say I am a cross dresser, but when he was talking and he pointed to himself.
Are you fostering her and encouraging her?
Because Kimberly sends me into a mental vortex at times. I'm sitting here spinning out of control.
Fix it, G.
You're encouraging her too, Daryl, with Bugs Bunny.
I'm trying to pull them back out of the murky deep. but they keep going further out. Like they
okay. Let's get off this point. We'll come
All
back
right.
to it. But he actually had a very good point. He said, like Marcellus, that these churches, these black churches, need to be closed.
Yes.
Because these preachers are doing too much.
Yes.
I think it's John Gray who was having drive-up services.
Yes.
And when people agree with him, they were honking their horns.
And Jamal Bryant, Dr. Maria Gardner, mostly all these preachers that were having drive-up services. And it is the most ridiculous thing. And I'm going to talk about it on Sunday at 2:00 because that's when I'm going live. Because my live on Sunday is about, will the church take its foot off of our neck? Because the church has been smothering us for years. And this is a part of the smothering process. How then could you be in the midst of a COVID crisis? We're in a pandemic. And while in the midst of a pandemic, they can't even let you rest or breathe. You can't go home and just sit down and do nothing. You got to always have yourself involved with something with the institutional church, because there is a difference between the institutional church and what we believe to be the true church of Jesus Christ. The true church of Jesus has nothing to do with a building. It has everything to do with the people and that are inside of the building. The building is not a church. It has never been a church. It will never be a church. And for people, even in our speech, we can't even speak about these buildings in a term that does not relate to them being a quote unquote church. The buildings are not a church. There's no such thing. You cannot go to church. We are the church, and that is the difference. And that's why, and I understand we cannot get this teaching and understand with these stupid people, because they're going to keep relating the building back to church, because you can't even say it now. Where you going? I'm going to church. You can't go to what you are, you numbskull. You are the church. There's no such thing as going to church. You can't go to church. Now, the church can assemble in a building. The church can do that, but there's no such thing as you're going to go to church. That's dumb. And speaking of that, wait a minute, I done messed up my notes.
Are we ready for Nutville?
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I don't want to miss anything.
We gotta do that other thing, Marcellus.
Which one?
Nutville, don't we?
Which one? Because Tony Shark is in Nutville.
No. With the medication.
Oh, yes. Let me do this now before I forget. Okay, let me sit up because I have to take this really serious. Okay, guys. You guys know that part of our process here in with the cigar vlogger, Mad Church Disease, let me see your transcript, and the folks over here, we really do try and help people. And so we had somebody inside of our community, inside of the cigar vlogger community, who is needing to purchase their medication. They are down to a last 2-day supply of their meds during this COVID crisis, and they cannot afford to buy the rest of their medication. The medication is it's a $250 medication or something like that. Roxanne, am I getting the number right, or was it just 200?
200.
Okay,
yeah.
And I said 250 because we're probably going to need to overnight the medication to them because they're down to a 2-day supply of the medication. Okay, so here's what I need for everybody to do, and that includes me. I'm going to start us off tonight with $25, and we're going to send it to Let Me See Your Transcripts, and Let Me See Your Transcripts is going to forward. I'm not going to give the name of the person because I don't want to embarrass them and I don't want to put them out there like that. So this is something that we're doing out of the kindness of our heart. They didn't ask us to do it, but we're going to do it. And I believe as a community, we can get together and solve this issue for this individual. So I'm going to give $25 and start us off tonight. And I need everybody that is listening and that can help me to get to $250 before we go off the air. And I should have done this first so that while we were sitting here, we could know whether or not we had hit the number. So here's what I want y'all to do. Right now on the screen, there is Let Me See Your Transcripts Cash App. I'm going to get up in a minute and I got to go across the room and grab my phone, and I'm going to Cash App Let Let me see your transcript. So everybody that's going to give, if you guys could do so right now, it would be very beneficial. I know you guys normally support us and you do a lot of support. Some of that support I'm about to send over to Let Me See Your Transcripts. So please do it right now, because I want to know by the end of this show, on this program, if we've taken care of it. I just want it to be something that is completely done. So if you guys could do that, and let me put my cell phone. I'm gonna have to change my screen just for a second, and I need to go get my phone in so I can send you my money. So hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. While we're waiting, I'm gonna.
I just sent mine, Kim.
Okay, I'm going to also put in the link to Mad Church Disease. He actually talked about a particular pastor who is still trying to have services despite the coronavirus that was going on, but he didn't want to mention him. But I'm just going to put it in the chat. You guys could go watch that later on. Don't forget to hit the like button.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to start us off. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to start us off. Let me do this now before I beyond forgot. Pay. I'm going to send it to LY. Oh, there it is. There it goes for medication. All right. Kimberly. All right.
We have 54 people watching. We have 33 people, 33 likes. Let's get those likes up.
Okay, yeah. If you guys could do that, that would be beneficial. Kimberly, I just sent it over.
Okay.
So you need to keep a running total, please, if you can. I need everybody, please, if y'all can. That way I'll know what the total is, because we want to get this person their medication. And we want to make sure that we're able to get it and have it shipped to them very, very quickly. So I've already done that. So please, everybody, if you can, I would really appreciate it. Now, and I'll talk about that in a minute. I'll bring that back up in a minute. So let's move on, because I thank you, Roxanne, for reminding me, because I had totally forgot. All right. So
thank you, Patsy, Rita, Sonia, Dr. Marcellus, Deidre, Sandra. Thank you, Daryl, Christine, Roxanne, Tanika.
Can you give a total? I need to get a running total, please.
I have 141.
So far, we need 250, guys. So keep going. So keep going for those of you that are coming in, and we'll make sure that we put it up, because we want to make sure we get it going. God, I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
I had totally forgot.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We want to help each other out over here.
Thank you, Candace.
All right, now I'm waiting on when there's a certain screen that we all look forward to, and the halfway point of our show. I'm waiting, because I don't control the switchboard.
Are we still sending it? We're at 191 now.
Okay, we're at 191.
I went ahead and put in some money.
Okay, so are we gonna wait till we get it, or before we move on, or we gonna move on?
Is we need $49 more, $59 more.
Oh, we're rolling right along. That's all
yeah, we got it. Keep going, guys. Yay! I'm so happy.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I knew God was going to give us this. I knew it. I absolutely knew it.
That's why we stay blessed over here, because we help.
Okay, we got 201. Come on.
Yeah, we help each other over here, and that's why we stay blessed. That's why everybody over here stays blessed, not just the four of us, but all of you too, because we help each other.
Thank you, Nita, Mary Furch, Nita, Patsy. 211.
Oh, you know what? Kimberly, do you have a video on your channel that shows people how to turn their notifications on their YouTube channel?
I thought I do.
Because if you don't, I want you to. If you don't,
I'll make one.
Exactly. Because listen, guys, the only way you guys are gonna know when we're going live is you have to turn on your notifications, and you got to make sure that they're on. Sometimes YouTube will send them, sometimes they won't. You know, every Friday we're gonna be live on either one of our channels. So you know, at 8 o'clock on a Friday, we're gonna be live on my channel, Daryl channel, or Let Me See Your Transcripts. So you guys just need to be checking, and I'm sorry that you guys aren't getting those notifications, because that's all YouTube. That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Because YouTube acting funny, like ever since this pandemic hit, they've been having glitches left and right.
Yeah, because so many people are on it and they're at home.
Well, maybe we should get OnlyFans pages, and then we Marcellus can drive him wild with his leopard print.
Listen, now for my business channel, you know, I come on here to have fun, you know, and honestly, I've been doing some research about Patreon and all these channels. First of all, I didn't know that Patreon was supposed to be used for good and not evil.
Actually, yes.
These people have used Patreon for something evil. Patreon is actually supposed to be for something totally different.
Creators.
You know, right. Putting naked photos and stuff and the videos and all that kind of stuff. That wasn't what Patreon was actually for. Patreon was for content
creation. For porn then.
Huh?
So it wasn't for the porn industry.
No, it wasn't for porn.
That's OnlyFans and whatever else you want to do.
You know, that isn't the purpose. So I've actually been looking at Patreon, but I've also been looking at another website called Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. So you guys will be able to come on and you could get a membership where you pay like $4, $7, or $12 a month. And it just pays for a cup of coffee every month. And that's how you support the show. I like that idea better than the Patreon, but you get the same kind of benefits as Patreon, but it's not Patreon. So that's kind of the idea that I've been thinking about. So, and I don't want to get a Patreon, because the moment I get a Patreon, I can hit them Negroes now. They said they wouldn't go never get no Patreon, and look at what they doing now. They got a Patreon. Now I don't like Patreon. Everybody else likes Patreon. They ain't got a problem with Patreon. I'm the one who has a problem with Patreon, and that's only because the rest of them Negroes done ruin Patreon for me, because I'm just like, all you doing is putting a bunch of naked stuff behind there, and then you're lying on people, and you run into your Patreon telling a whole bunch of lies. Because see, the thing about us out here is we don't hide behind anything. Everything we say out here, and we don't hide. We don't hide anything. And if we got something like that, it would just be so that somebody could support the show on a regular basis and help us to grow and
put that back up, please.
Support the show. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's like they're lying. It's a place for them to hide, to lie.
Exactly, because that's what they do. Yeah. That's exactly what they do. They go behind there and say, if you guys want to know the truth, go to our Patreon. And then they put up a bunch of videos, and then they go back behind there and they lie and say a whole bunch of stuff that they know ain't true, and nobody can give a rebuttal to it. Why can't you give a rebuttal? Because you ain't heard it, because they done lied and hid it behind some paywall.
And it's not private. Stop believing it when they say, "Oh, it's private." No, it's not.
Tanika, we're raising money. One of our subscribers is having difficulty getting the prescriptions, and we just helping them raise some money so that we can give them the money for their medication, because they're down to like their last 2-day supply worth of medicine. And we just want to help them out. So we right now we're $19 short of the goal of $250 for the medicine.
So, and I appreciate everybody who has supported us tonight on this. Man, you guys are completely awesome. Yeah, you guys are totally awesome.
Thank you.
I got to figure out something that I can do for these folks. We got to figure something out, Daryl.
Yeah, we might have to.
We got to figure.
We're already giving out the lunches once a week, and we got 2 to announce tonight. So I'm trying to think about.
Nika, we're just giving the money.
I already told her.
Is there a delay?
Yes.
Yeah, you got the delay because I already told her.
No, here's the thing. No. In StreamYard, what we talk about in our behind the scenes, what they see out on their end is delayed. There's always a delay for them, you know, but it's running in real time for them, but it's delayed for them. So yeah, in a sense. So yeah. So that's it.
How close are we now? We still 19 short, Kimberly?
Are we still 19? I'll send you the 19 if you need the 19. That way we can. Oh, we reached the goal.
We
Yes,
did.
we did.
Oh,
Thank you,
yeah.
everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you,
Now
everyone.
to the
Now, that's
person
better than anything we can
Right.
talk about. Man, that's
to the person whose medication we are going to we're going to sit. Well, Kimberly has your information already, so we have your Cash App. And Kimberly, Roxanne, can you reach out to that person? Who has the person's phone number? Were we talking to the
I
person?
do, but the person is watching us. So
Okay, good. So if you are watching, good.
You got it.
You got it.
We
And
got
we're gonna send you the money right away through Cash App. Just if you what I'm trying to get you to do is order it so that you can get it like overnighted or get it to you faster. So if you have an issue with that or whatever, just reach out to me and let me know, and then we'll see what we can do as far as helping you out with that. But you are done.
We got it. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. All the people over here in the comments. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much, man. I really appreciate that.
you guys are awesome.
You guys are totally awesome.
Hey, I just sent it.
All right, now, Kimberly, we're moving on to a special section of our program.
Uh-oh.
One of the subscribers, I thought, and I think they put it in the chat, but I guess we'll have to leave that for next week. They wanted us to talk about Juanita Bynum.
What about Juanita Bynum?
I don't know why. It's just like, what? So how come y'all ain't talking about Juanita Bynum?
What did she do now? Because I
don't know. She just
other than that $100 and some packet.
Yeah, her prayer kit.
Her COVID kit. COVID-19.
You gotta type it in. You gotta. I
saw it up here. Someone texted me on the phone like, "What about Juanita Bynum?" I was like,
Thank you, Tanya. I don't know what I saw it in the comments that we're gonna talk about Juanita. I was like,
April, you better figure something out, especially if you want me to pay you. That sounds like you done got a problem over there. We got to talk about that when I talk to you when we go off here. You got to solve that problem, April.
Okay, yeah.
You got to solve that.
They have.
All right. Somebody said I'm tired about hearing about her. Listen, I got a soundbite I need to put on my channel. It's one of these preachers. He was so mad at Juanita Bynum, and his wife was talking to him about Juanita Bynum, and right in the middle of the conversation, he just stopped and he went, "Man, fuck Juanita Bynum." And I would get that sound like so I can press the button.
That one. I heard that one.
Hilarious.
A whole preacher. Oh my gracious.
No, he was talking to his wife. They were having a fight, and in the middle of the fight, his wife was like, "Well, Prophetess Bynum said this," and he paused for a minute. He was like, "Man, fuck Juanita Bynum." I was like, "Dang!" And they were like, "Prophet, don't say that." It was so funny. It was hilarious. He was so pissed off. But anyway, we have come to a special section of the show. This week in Nutville. We are talking about your crazy comments. This week in Nutville. All right, that's it. Now,
Nutville.
Who? I know, right? Who's starting us off?
Donald Trump.
This week in Nutville.
He had a Bible backwards and upside down. He got to be in Nutville.
Father and the God. You
know he crazy. Had it upside down and backwards. And had innocent protesters covered with tear gas so he could do his photo op in front of a church.
Yeah, but who holds a Bible up? Wait, he had the Bible. He hold the Bible like this.
Mm-hmm.
Who hold a Bible like this?
Like he ain't never touched it before.
The devil.
Like then you have to touch it to get the oath of office.
Well, he might have used since he got all them out of country foreign hookers as ex-wives, he might have been holding a copy, put his right hand on a copy of Playboy or something.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the P tape to be released.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still waiting on the P tape.
Yep.
It's out there somewhere. Well, they said there was some Russian hookers. That's why Vladimir Putin and him is so close, is because he had some Russian hookers to piss all over, and they got it on tape somewhere.
Well, that's probably why he's so yellow like that, orange.
Yeah, that might be why they killed that other dude. What was his name? The one that they hung in his own cell. Epstein. Yeah, because he was friends with Donald Trump. Yeah, and they were all with them little girls
on the island, on Temptation Island. on Shooty Booty Island.
Well, I got a crazy text message today. For those of you who don't know, I actually released a new video, and that's why you guys need to be subscribed to the channels, because that way you guys don't miss anything. By the way, I want to tell you guys, Kimberly's latest video that she did on Black Lives Matter was an amazing video. And hopefully she'll put that in the chat for you guys. But it was really good, and you guys definitely need to go back and watch the video that Kimberly just did on Black Lives Matter. But I also did a video about the one, the only Brian Karn.
I put that in the chat already.
And I got some interesting comments from the people. Now, here's what I've learned about doing this and coming back on YouTube again. You know, you got a lot of people who enjoy our programs, but they don't really like us.
They don't like me. That ain't you. They don't like.
No, they don't like me either. They don't like me either. Trust me.
Either.
They don't like us. I know, I'm clear on that. They don't like us, but they like watching the programs, and they like the fact that we come out and we have these good conversations, and it's relatively entertaining. And ain't nobody had to be cussed out, and we ain't had to say motherfucker one time. You know, even though I just said, I know that kind of.
The night is young. The night is young.
Right.
I said motherfucker.
So I'm getting these comments now. Let me go on over to this comment. I got to read you guys this gentleman who left this comment today. Some of you in the bushes get on my nerves. You don't have no balls whatsoever. Some of you people in the bushes are like the worst kind of people ever. I mean, literally the worst kind of people. If you don't like me, I'm okay with you not liking me. I'm a mature thinking person. If you don't like me, I'm cool. We can agree to disagree and move on. I'm not even a person who will ban you unless you come on the scene just first of all straight up insulting me. Like when you step in the chat room and the first thing out of your mouth is an insult, you got to go. I mean, come on, because we're trying to be mature people around here. But some of you just don't know what to say or do. So, and if you don't like my voice, and if my voice don't have enough bass in it for you, fuck you and your mama. That's what I'll say. Try that on for size. If you don't like it, oh well. And that's how I feel about it. But anyway, so I get this guy who leaves a comment on my page, and we're going to call him Tony Shark. You know why I'm calling him Tony Shark? Because he's like a little baby.
Oh.
He's like a little baby. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark. Tony Shark do 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 do. Tony Shark do 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 do. Tony Shark. Tony Shark. All right, so here's the comment that Tony Shark decided he was gonna leave. And I hate to have to read all this bull, but this is what I've got to read. First of all, everybody knows that I've been saying during this COVID-19 crisis, you need to close all the doors. But this is what you're dealing with in America when it comes to religious people. First of all, I want you to see the novel he left.
Oh, my goodness.
Can y'all see this?
What?
Look at all this. Now, first of all, normally I would just block and delete you and just keep it pushing because you need to get on your medication. Tony Shark. Whatever medication, whatever whatever medication that makes you sit up here and type all of this, you got problems. You got problems. Here's what he says. He says, why in the world would you close the Church of Jesus Christ? Are you smoking crack? No, I'm not smoking crack, but your mama is. She had to be smoking crack in order for you to come out with a message like this. Your mama smoking crack, do 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 do, smoking crack, do 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 do. Mama smoking crack, do do, smoking crack. Somebody had to be smoking crack, because I mean, dude, who types out this kind of stuff? Like for real, for real. All right, here we go. So he says, I'm smoking crack. He said the gates of hell would not prevail against the church, and he said that you could lay hands on the sick and they will recover. Well, Tony Shark, why don't you explain that to all the preachers and bishops in the Church of God in Christ who've lost their lives during the COVID-19? Why don't you tell them that? Yeah, go tell them that they're going to be laying hands on the sick and they just going to recover.
Why they ain't go in the hospital and heal everybody?
Yeah. Come on, let's just be real. You got to use your brain, dude. And see, that's why I don't like talking to people like you. And then he goes, well, you need to stop misquoting Romans chapter 13. Fool, I was giving you an example of what people said. I wasn't telling you that's what I believe, you dodo brain. But you come over to the comment section and you just talk without ever actually listening to the things that are being said. You're a dum-dum. You remember that? Do you remember that cartoon, Roxanne, where the man used to walk around and go, dum-dum, you're just a dum-dum. Remember that cartoon, that old cartoon? You used to call it,
Gazoo.
Yeah, Gazoo. You're just a dum-dum. You're a dum-dum. That's what you are. You're a dum-dum. And I ain't going to read all of this because it's just too much to read.
Yes, I can't remember his name. Yeah, I do.
Gazoo.
Yeah, Gazoo. You know, I mean, these people, they're dumb. So don't be coming over here telling me that the church shouldn't close because you're going to lay hands on the sick and the people are going to recover. Well, then why didn't these people recover? All these people that's dying. Dude, you're just dumb. Y'all are so stupid.
Go to the hospital and lay hands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
lay hands at their house before they get to the hospital.
I can't stand these dummies. They get on my nerves. That's one. And then we had another one. Kimberly, what about Umar Johnson supported? Addie.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Addie, if you're watching, earlier this week, this is my video about Umar Johnson, my first series called African American Greed. Think of him as a black conscious, pro-black Larry. That's what he's doing in the pro-black conscious community.
Damn,
he has been.
that bad?
Oh, he's that bad.
Oh,
he was been getting donations for a school for like 10 years. Then he bought one last year. He has done nothing to it. And now because a lot of like the pimp preachers, he can't have gatherings of over 10 people. Now he's doing things online. Helping parents with homeschool, having lectures, a podcast. They send him money and stuff like that. And now he's even using this current, George Floyd incident to try to get more money. Mm-hmm. He's also a trauma pimp as well. And he keeps saying that he's the most requested scholar. And the other day, my best friend sent me a copy of his Twitter where he got asked to speak to the class of 2020 for the Garvey School in Bronx, New York. And I made a video on that. And I tell everyone, please email them or call them and tell them this is not a good idea. And then on top of that, someone told me, because I kept thinking like the Garvey School was like K through 12 or 6 through 12, and these were seniors. No, these are fifth graders.
So he gonna go in there with that militant pro-black attitude
on Zoom
on some fifth graders.
Mm-hmm.
And their parents.
Wow.
And their parents.
I
don't know who at the schools are.
Is that the one that called me a lesbian?
Yes.
No. His supporter called you a lesbian. Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
My best friend also called my best friend. Yeah.
Let Roxanne finish, please. Excuse me.
Oh,
Let Roxanne finish. Go ahead, Roxanne.
I'm sorry.
And there shall be liftoff.
You are a raggedy, stinky, ugly bitch. I am no lesbian. I'm a married woman. I'm strictly dickly. Thank you. You may continue.
Go ahead, Kimberly. Now you may speak.
Yeah. And so Addie must have had like several different accounts because every time I blocked them, they came back. And so first she asked me, was I married to a white man? Because of the comments I'm saying about Umar Johnson. Because that's what they do in the Black conscious community. When you disagree with them, you must either be married to a white person or you must be a lesbian and just hate black men. No. Mm-hmm. And so she even asked, you are so bitter in your heart for no good reason. I hope you are not a transgender lesbian looking for attention. Then she says, Dr. Umar, it's not your problem, but the white man who has scammed your life out from Africa. And I replied to her, the only person scamming anybody is Umar Johnson. Out of people's money. And
is his school dark? His school's still dark, huh? The lights ain't turned on yet, huh?
Ain't no lights. The roof is caved in. There's graffiti. He owes taxes and he has fines.
But he's still raising money though, huh?
Somebody's giving it to him. I don't know why.
And these stupid black folks are still supporting him.
I knew from the day somebody sent me a video of his years ago. I told my friends in the Church Folk Revolution, I said, don't ever send me another video by this man. And people was like, huh? I said, this man is the worst kind of human being. I don't care what he's saying, and it might sound good, but the core of who he is as a person is horrible. And I knew then, I said, I can't support this dude. And I
is
just
a
never
deadbeat father. He preys on the single mothers, saying that he's going to help black boys. But then he said that because of when the revolution comes, there are going to be some black boys who are not going to agree or go in step with what they're doing. So 10% of them need to go to sleep
permanently.
Well, but here's my thing. If he's trying to tutor listen, all the women that are watching this program, if Umar Johnson is trying to tutor your children, 9 times out of 10, he don't care about your children. He care about your draws. So he trying to get in them he trying to get in them draws.
He's trying to get the cookies, like he said.
Exactly. It ain't got nothing to do with tutoring your child. And if you going over there to let him
necessary,
right? If you going over there, going over there because you want to let him plunge into your dungeon until your lights go out.
Exactly.
I'm just.
And how you gonna let him around your kids and he don't even take care of his own?
He got evicted from his own home. That's why he's always in a hotel, his car, or in a storage area,
or in a park.
He's possibly a cokehead. There are several different people in the anti-fraud warrior movement who have done videos on him. I just made one that was 6 minutes and 30 seconds because I say, hey, you can just give this to a person when they start talking about Umar Johnson. It's 6 minutes and 30 seconds. It explains it very simple because there are tons of videos that has been done about him. Make a Change has looked at his court records and his evictions and his taxes. Anti-Afros Bengali has put up people you can contact in Delaware and Pennsylvania. Because guess what? He has questionable degrees, like someone else we know. He calls himself, just like they do, a life coach.
I don't have his own life together.
Wow.
So Addie, sweetheart, probably know this could be Umar Johnson trolling me. You need to stop following that man. He is not the Messiah. He is not Jesus returned. That man has problems. He is committing what's called affinity fraud against his own people who look like him. This man used Kobe Bryant's death to raise donations. That is despicable.
Yeah, that's lower than low. And speaking of Kobe Bryant, did you guys hear that his wife is suing those people for like hundreds of millions of dollars because she said she was hundreds of millions of dollars. She owed hundreds of millions of dollars once he died. Some stuff happened, I guess, where she had extra money to pay. And I'm sorry I don't have the whole story right now, but yeah, there's something there, and we might need to talk about that next week. And I'll go find the article.
And she's going to get it.
Oh yeah, she'll get it.
Company is going to pay it.
Yeah,
you best believe it. Watch.
Before we go, I have one more Nutfield case. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I get excited, y'all.
No,
go ahead.
No,
Can I read it?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I'm also on Twitter and all my social medias, Instagram, Facebook. And someone followed me and I looked on their page and I was like, oh, okay, we have similar interests. And this person by the name of Corey Graves Phillip sent me a message that was very surprising. He invited me to an organization. He says,
I thought you was gonna say an orgy. I got excited for you for a second there. When you said I was going, she say orgy? I was ready. I was like, go ahead.
The preacher man was ready to go to an orgy.
Hey,
after the conversation we had last night.
Oh,
in the group? No, in the group chat. The four of us.
What conversation?
Thing that you said you didn't understand.
I missed the orgy.
What? I don't understand a lot of things, but that don't mean I don't understand what the word orgy means.
Oh, well, you don't
We
some
gotta
of
get
that
you
stuff
out.
is gonna happen at
Wait
the
a minute.
orgy.
Wait a minute. You
Probably
need to
can't
refresh
go.
my memory because now you done made me. Now you intrigued me. What are we referring
This
to?
is an after dark
I missed
question.
that
I don't think we
Okay.
should have
No,
this
no,
right
no,
now.
no. Yes, I want it right now because now since you done brought it up right now in this live, I need to clear some
Oh,
things up.
Lord. They
So
about to
what?
get-
I just want to talk about the Nutville.
No, we'll get to
invitation.
the Nutville in a second. We got time. This is why we come here on Fridays. What were we saying? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, what was y'all
Oh
saying?
Lord.
Okay,
I
let
missed
They're gonna
me
go
ask
to
a
this class.
question.
They're gonna
This
go
is
to
the
this.
after dark question, y'all. So if any of y'all got kids, whatever, you need to go to a different room.
This
It's
our
for
show. We
adults.
talk about whatever we want to. So let's
Okay.
go.
We were talking about anal sex.
Oh yeah, I
And
did
you
hear
made a
that.
comment. That's why I said, did you want to talk about this conversation? We were gonna move on.
Oh
You
Lord.
said the only people who are you didn't understand gay men having anal sex. And I said, because it's I said, well, that's what they're attracted to. And I said, gay people are not the only ones.
Yes, thank you so much, Daryl, for trying to stop me from having this conversation.
I tried hard to get y'all not to go into this
Okay,
room.
we are moving right along to the next conversation. We're not going to have this conversation.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to get FCC regulated.
No.
Let's get back to the
Let's go to Nutville. I didn't remember. I'm sorry.
We're not going to get FCC banned because y'all want to talk about.
No,
exactly.
We're not going to talk about this.
What was the term you told me earlier today?
I don't remember.
What do you say? Painting the children? We're not going to paint the children.
Painting the kids.
We're not going to paint the kids. No, we're not going to.
All right, and we ain't taking this class right now. We done graduated.
The next
Moving
time
on.
I said, let's get to the Nutville.
We don't want to discuss the kids.
No. Let's
Well,
get
you
to
don't want
what
to
it
discuss
said.
finger painting. Here's your problem.
We don't want to discuss
wait a
finger
minute.
painting with the
Wait
children.
a minute. Well, wait a minute. Here's your problem, Kim. When I be asking for the cliff notes, you always.
I'm trying. I'm the one.
But you always want to go into a long explanation. All you should have said, Kim, was Marcellus, remember last night's anal conversation? And then I would have been like, oh, let's just move on. But you didn't want to do that. Here you go. Do you remember last night's conversation when we were talking about anal stimulation and we were talking about what men and da-da-da-da-da? You didn't have to do all that. All you had to say was, you remember that conversation?
Oh, Lord.
If you said, Kimberly, give me the Cliff Note version of what happened last night.
All you had to say was our anal conversation, and then we could have moved on, Kim. We could have just simply moved on.
I tried to tell you, let's get back to the Nutville question.
And see, I need y'all to pray for Kim because ever since,
all right, good night,
y'all need to pray for Kim because ever since she been wearing these red lipstick, she done turned into a harlot and a Jezebel. Y'all need to stretch forth your hands right now toward your YouTube screen.
Said the man who wanted to join an orgy a minute ago.
I didn't say I wanted to join. I was asking you if you was invited.
I want to know about the orgy.
I thought you was invited.
You can't even do a couple of things that you don't like at the damn orgy. No, you can't go.
Well, I'm stretching my hands. I'm stretching my hands to you right now.
We're not going to paint the children.
Come out.
We're not going to
come out.
I told you stop saying that.
Normally, Daryl Moore is the one that's cutting up. You notice I'm trying to keep this thing in the car.
Yes, Alex. Yes, Alex. She did shut me up. She did shut me up because that was a conversation we had yesterday, and I'm not going down this conversation again. Because if I go down this conversation, some of you are not going to like what I have to say, and so we're not going to go down this conversation.
I ain't getting no
anyway, Nutville. Back to Nutville.
Okay, this says it's from Corey Grace Phillips. Says this is a secret invitation for you to become part of the world's biggest conglomeration and reach the peak of your career. As we begin this year's recruitment program and our annual Feast of Harvest is almost at hand. The Grand Temple gave us the mandate to reach out for people who need elevating. So take advantage of this opportunity and join the great brotherhood of the Illuminati.
So you're part of the Illuminati.
No, I got an invitation to the Illuminati. And Corey Grace Phillip, whether you're being funny or being a troll or you're actually a member of Illuminati or this is like probably some scam or whatever, sir, I would not be accepting your invitation. I'll be blocking you for further notice. Anyone out there in the land, if you see Corey Grace Phillips, please block him and move on with your life.
Okay.
Well, I know he's probably an FBI agent working for Donald Trump. We don't need them kind of issues. Not in today. No.
All right.
Not gonna do it.
I have one more Nutville I want to add.
Okay.
You know, when we were doing our live last Friday, I had up a nut job to text me while I was on the air, breaking the code of church hookerdom. Decided to text me what she perceived to be the addresses and social security numbers and birth dates and everything else and names of my family members. So, and I guess she thought that would rattle my cage or whatever. So I want you to hear from me, because you ain't rattle me, because I don't care. All that stuff that you thought even if it were accurate, which it wasn't, but even if it was, stuff like that is public record. And
did you tell her you had hers?
Oh, of course I did. She knows I have hers. And see, this is what I want to say to you, breaking church hookerdom. If you set foot in the state of Ohio, if you set your little pale tail anywhere in the state of Ohio,
I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm going to make sure that you have a nice sale in Hamilton County, Ohio. And if your little boo thing of the week who's been feeding your little kids, the half of them that you do claim, and if he threatens me again, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to his mammy's house up the hill, and I'm going to take a picture, and I'm going to do a live. I'm going to do a YouTube live in front of his mammy house. Because, see, I'm not the one you want to play with. I'm not one of these little church dudes. And I ain't scared or nothing that you got over there, or all y'all think y'all got over there. Tootie booty, parking lot thought, none of them. So if you want to mess with me, go on ahead. But I ain't the one that got warrants. You do. I ain't the one that's got a lot to lose. You do.
For homicide detectives, the clock starts ticking the moment that they are called.
That's right. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna contact the media people, and I'm gonna be so led by the Spirit to tell them that you've been nothing but a breaking the code of church hooking them liar. And when they do put them shackles on you, and I'm gonna come to court and testify against the people that you've been trying to scam and beat out of money. I'm gonna testify on their behalf. And then I'm gonna see to it that Family and Children's Services, Hamilton County, come get you.
That Daryl is always threatening someone. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just feel the need that I should dial 911.
Dial him.
You know, there's something going on with him. Tracy pieces. I don't play those types of games with people like Daryl because something's wrong with Daryl. And I know that he keeps talking about breaking the culture of church whoredom, but there's a lot of things going on with that.
In this house, if you see them, point them out.
You know, I just don't understand.
Commentator do not reflect the opinions of the other three commentators.
I'm just here to tell you.
I went to a funeral and I came back with this knot on my head. And for some odd reason, he thinks that it is absolutely fine to be doxing. He just doxes and doxes and doxes. I've never doxed anyone.
Because you can't spell
doxing. Tracy?
You never.
Oh no, I would never dox anyone.
No,
she can't dox anybody because she can't spell doxing. You got too many syllables.
That is too much going on. I can't do it. I see you.
Are you a liar?
No, I never lie. The reason why I never lie is because Jay Wilson taught me how to do YouTube. He didn't teach me how to get into my Instagram. We have trouble. I just have trouble getting into my Instagram. But Jay Wilson taught me everything I know about YouTube, and he taught me not to tell lies.
Well, I hope he teaches you how to wash your hands.
Is that orange or is that one of them stress balls?
It's a stress ball.
everybody named Mama gonna be mad at us this week.
Because I don't understand. There's
They're
so
gonna
much
get cussed
going
the
on.
hell out.
I know, but it
They're
is
gonna
what it is.
cuss the hell out.
I want to be
So that's-
serious about that. The last thing you want to do with a person like me who ain't got nothing to hide, and even if I did, I don't care. I don't care if you know my birthday, my social security number, all that. You can't do nothing with it. You don't scare me. That's why I scare you, because the stuff I got on y'all scares y'all because y'all trying to hide everything. I ain't trying to hide it. I smoke, I cuss, I drink, I look at porn. You tried to make fun of me about everything under the sun. I'm a straight man. I like women. Unlike the other folks over there. Power bottoms. So molesting your stepdaddy. Anyway.
You didn't. Well, let me not even comment. I'm moving
on a treadmill in women's clothing, jogging with your hormone injections in your buttocks. Don't get me started.
Your booty do look a lot slimmer. It does look nice.
No, it don't.
The exercises work. It does look nice.
No, it don't. No, it don't.
I'm sorry. I'm Aphrodite. I at least
no, it don't.
try to give you one nice thing to say.
It looks like what it is. It looks like a rhino's ass. Yes, it does. It looks like a rhino, a big old gray rhino waiting to be mounted in the Serengeti. That's what it looks like, a big old power bottom running through the forest of the Serengeti rainforest, waiting to be mounted to produce another generation of rhinoceroses. That's what it looks like. Quit trying to dress it up. You can put a hog in a tuxedo, but it's still a hog. Just a big old hog. Just a well-dressed hog with stuff that you stole where kids couldn't even eat their summer lunch meat sandwiches. Shame on you. And you on a treadmill. You need to run to the bank and get that money and give it back to them kids so they can eat. Stomach touching they back. And you up here stalking me, talking about you gonna do something to me. Shame on y'all. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Sitting on a split screen with another joker that rocking back and forth, talking about what you gonna do. You ought to be shot. You ought to be shot with a shit gun. Shame on you. Nutville, lifetime residents of Nutville. The mayor and city council chief of Nutville. Thank you. Look at it. Parking lot, parking, tootie boo. Sitting there. And you got the nerve to wear a doggone what they call them thing that women be, a cat suit, looking like talking about a cat suit. That cat ain't never been that damn big. A damn snow leopard ain't never been that goddamn big. You walk around on a damn treadmill with your power bottom ass and a big old silver thing, looking like a damn silver bullet train coming down the track, and you on a treadmill, just running for Jesus, and you can't even ain't gonna have a damn stroke trying to run down a damn treadmill. Talking about something I'm getting, talking about you summertime fine and got an OnlyFans page. Yeah, God. Shame on you, looking like a circus elephant. All you missing is the ivory tusk with a gray damn cat suit on. You ought to be shot. And then had it tooted up on it, what showing the belly off. Had it rolled up, showing all that right there in the midsection. Come on now.
No, it was his backside he was showing.
That was his backside? Lord, fix it, Jesus.
That was his backside.
Looking like a honey baked goddamn ham. What's going on? $3.99 a pound. What the hell is going on in here? I mean, you threw me off. I gotta get a
out in the bottom, he's talking about Tootie Booty. We don't say their names over here. They get mad.
Yeah, they're getting it.
We don't want them to talk about us. Tootie Booty. Think about it.
Tootie Booty. Imagine a funny made bell pepper with a gray cat suit on. That's what you got. That's what you got. You walk around looking like a baby circus elephant without the eyes for trust.
My God.
You look like a bell pepper bottom, power bottom. On that treadmill doing the incline, trying to get your buttocks.
Speaking of what we said last night, you think he fleets, or do you think he paints the kids?
He paints,
as they say.
You can't reach around all that. That's too far to reach back there. You just got to paint the kids with that one. The whole wall is painted.
But one time I asked him,
Earl Carter. Hold on, it's Earl
One
Carter.
time he told me he was a. One time I asked, he said he was a top though.
Oh shit! Yeah, your top, all right. Riding the top. But as Earl Carter would say, scoobala. Scoobala. Joke rocking around here. Ain't got the nerve. I'm on the live last week, and Joker's gonna be sending me text messages with my parents' names and what they think my parents' social security number and addresses. I got news for you. My mama, if God be willing, it's 10:03 Eastern Standard Time, 9:03 where my mama's at. If she lives another 3 hours, 2 hours and 57 minutes, she turns 84 years old.
Happy birthday, Mama Moore.
Mm-hmm. And my dad is 86. My dad is a Vietnam veteran, been to Vietnam 3 times. Brother lived there. Yeah. My brother is I'm the quiet one in the family compared to my brother. I said this before. And he lives with my parents. So if you roll your happy asses down there Tootie Booty in parking lot thought and Bishop Breadbasket and breaking the code of church whoredom, and you roll up in that yard, you're gonna think you in Beirut.
Rita, don't put your stuff in the chat like that. Do Facebook Messenger. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't put your number in there.
Don't put your number like that.
Actually, delete your comment right now. Delete it.
Because these jokers is crazy. So because what gonna happen is
I removed it.
I'm the nice one in my family. I'm the one that you can talk to. Everybody else.
I can't wait till your brother come for a visit. You got to be.
He gonna be end of this month. He's trying to come for my birthday because we got to grill because they got all in their feelings last month when I was grilling. So they showed.
I don't understand. Normally everybody grills around Memorial Day.
Yeah, but they got.
It was your son's birthday. They made good grades. What's so wrong with that?
But they got in their feelings. So you don't really get in your feelings this time because it's my birthday.
So do you think that this is like they're having like their male version of having a period? So every 30 days they get mad at us?
They get hormonal. Yes. Well, see, when you're a man from what I've read and for what I've talked to with people that I know that are, over on that side of the yard, they take them hormones and they start experiencing stuff that you as a natural born woman go through normally. So they start getting hormonal and their breadbasket start to, I guess, have a menstrual cycle in the breadbasket. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Oh my God!
I'm just guessing. I don't know. See, I'm out on a limb now. I'm making an educated guess, a hypothesis, if you will, because I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm just guessing. I'm not speaking from experience. I'm just guessing, educated guess, and I'm not making any assumptions. I'm just guessing. But what I am going to say is they do get hormonal. They get, as you can see with the rants that they had about my damn barbecuing, if they get that angry about some ribs and hot dogs, ain't no telling what they get mad about when it comes to money or relationships. They be in there when it comes to them relationships, they be rocking 3 hours and 38 minutes back and forth and screaming. And then you got some that be on their lives crying because the man that they thought they had betrothed had moved on to another bread basket. They got in their and then you got in the middle of all that, you got breaking the code of church hookerdom, just looking for a new trick. And then all that's going on. Then you got Bishop Breadbasket in the background. And I don't know what. Thank you, Christine. Thank you very much. I'm blessed to still have both my parents happy and alive. And if both of them make it to August, it'll be 64 years of marriage. They make it to August, it'll be 64 years of marriage, and God is good. And so yeah, I mean, if you get mad about that grill, what you gonna do end of this month when I have all 3 of the grills going? Because I'm turning 51. I'm gonna have the little bitty grill. I'm gonna put y'all a nice brisket on that one. I'm gonna let it smoke.
You okay, Roxanne?
You all right?
I can't hear you, Roxanne.
So, thank you, Miss Ferk. And
my internet.
And I'm gonna have a grill going. I have my kids out there.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Leah's gonna get her some good meat. I'm gonna have Leah a little pallet laid out so she can eat her rib bone. They gonna show enough get mad when they see Leah with that big old rib bone longer than she is. Yeah. So see, and we're gonna make all them power bottoms mad, ain't we, baby? I know that's right. Get them, baby. We're gonna make all them power boxes, man. I'm gonna get you, and just so they get show enough, man, I'm gonna buy you a little gray sweater to wear to match old Tootie Booty. So I'm gonna send you. And some of my proceeds, I'm gonna donate JPay.
Oh.
I'm so tired of being cursed out. I'm so tired of being cursed out.
I know, right?
So
Y'all are
I'm
y'all.
saying, you need to stop because you
been a
just
lesbian.
and me and Daryl were trying to get cursed out too.
Nope. Well, see, y'all just get cursed out. I get cursed out and threatened. I was told that
That's all my job.
Yeah.
And organizations that I'm with.
And that's another thing. To the coward that they felt that they was talking about what was that? You was affecting their brand and all that. Let me tell you something, dumbasses. If you're gonna try to get somebody in trouble, try to get them in trouble at a job that actually pays them, not something they volunteered to work at. Because if you cause them to lose that, only thing you doing is bringing up more time for them to deal with your ass because they got more free time. So if they lose that little
bit, I'm off this summer.
And I do want to say, if you all continue that kind of behavior, what's gonna happen over here on this side, you do not want. And that's all I'm gonna say, because I don't talk a lot about stuff. So all I'm gonna tell you is don't let that happen again. Because when that happens again, then I promise you're going to live to regret it. Because I'm already let me tell you something. I'm already collecting the file that I need. So I suggest that you stop it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all. We're not gonna do this job thing because we're not going back and forth and all that kind of stuff. No, I don't mess with nobody's job. I ain't trying to call nobody's job. I ain't trying to get nobody fired from their job. Don't do it, because if you do it again, that's your ass.
And contact the nonprofit organizations that I'm associated with to say, oh, I'm doing this and I'm affecting their brand. Those are nonprofit organizations. They're trying to do good things for the community, and you're wasting their time to deal with something because you don't like me.
I told you.
Guess what? Since I'm off the summer, I'm devoting my time to help those nonprofits. But if you want to contact them and I can't work with them, that means I have more time to look your shit up. Since you're so mad that I'm looking your stuff up.
And ain't nobody looking your stuff up. But ain't nobody really looking your stuff up. We ain't over here looking for.
But I can.
We actually have stuff we do. We don't think about you all the time.
Unlike y'all.
We have families. We have hobbies. We have other friends. We have each other. Like we got stuff going on.
So do they.
No, they wish they had it.
I don't think she's doing. I don't think I've had sex in a very long time. I don't think I've done anything.
We got a nut on the other side that said they remember when they were born.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
We got one that said they remember coming through the birth canal over there.
It was a traumatic experience.
I'm from another celestial plane.
Oh my God. That's somebody who eat too many. Now that's somebody who eat too many carrots.
No, that's somebody. That's somebody who eats paint chips and asbestos, blended together.
That's too many carrots,
huh?
No, that's that good ooh wee.
That hemp wine,
medical grade.
That's that hemp wine. $15 cheese and $12 butter with no Netflix or TV.
But yeah, we're not talking about you. So, and we're not looking at up nothing right now because we don't think you did nothing illegal. But we left you alone. Leave us alone.
Yeah, right.
Keep on messing with us.
Okay.
It's
going about your life.
Okay.
It's gonna get bad for you. It's gonna get bad for you. It's gonna get bad for you. Because if you text me again, and dumbass, if you're gonna text me, don't text me from a Cincinnati phone number. That's where the police want your black ass at anyway. Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you how to aggravate me. Google, create you a Google phone number and pick your area code. Dumbass, don't pick Cincinnati's area code. That's 513. Don't do that. Damn. I know you got your GED, but damn, at least try to use what's between point A and B. Don't just use your head.
We got
or a
good
hat
cell
rack.
phone, and we got good cell phone cell phone carriers and plans. So
That
don't do
booty
that.
trick you trying. 513 area code. I know 513. That's Cincinnati. That's Hamilton County. That's why I told you who you was. And if it wasn't you, once you tried to play it off, this was the kicker, y'all. The fool told me after I told him who they were, oh, well, I ain't got time to talk to you no more because I got a meeting with Wachovia Bank in the morning. Wachovia Bank hasn't existed in 20 years.
Damn.
See, the fool went up.
We got degrees over here.
Yeah. Do you realize the fool pulled some information? You know those sites where you can look a person up? The fool pulled up the fact that I worked at Wachovia Bank. I worked at Wachovia Bank back in 1996 when the Olympics were in Atlanta. They have not existed since the early 2000s because they got bought out. But the fool thought that I was dumb like them, thought I was Rain Man or Forrest Gump like them, and said, "Oh well, I got to meet with Wachovia. You will be the only person at that Wachovia
on a Saturday. you gonna meet with Wachovia on a Saturday?
On a Saturday
during a pandemic.
Where'd she find that Wachovia?
What bank is open on a Saturday? In the lobby.
In the lobby. But this is the mentality of those people. Wachovia Bank hasn't existed in almost 20 years. 2, even if the bank did exist, they don't have any lobby service. Everything is drive-through. But okay.
And 3, if you owe them money from back then, 7 years has passed. You don't owe them anymore.
It's rolled off.
But see, that's the thing about this whole beef sector and these people now on YouTube I can't get with. Why are y'all putting people's names, addresses, streets where they live, taking pictures of their house and all that kind of stuff? Now, see, I'm the kind of person where you do that kind of stuff. I really believe that people have the right to whoop your tail and really beat your tail because you're putting them in that's a threatening type situation. And that should be looked at as a threat. When you do things like that, and when somebody see you at the gas station, and they see you roll up, they have every right to whoop you from one side up to the other side down. That's just my personal opinion. Because you ain't got no business sending that. And then you putting people's mom in caskets, pictures, and all that kind of stuff. I'm okay with the little joking and making fun of each other and all that kind of stuff. But you all take this stuff way too far. Way, way, way too far.
Talking about each other. Don't forget about the babies, like the song said.
I mean, the thing I heard about that little, Lord have mercy. Are we done? Because y'all about to make me go somewhere I don't want to go.
Yeah, we need to go there because the things I heard them say about that little 8-year-old were ridiculous.
Listen.
That was absolutely ridiculous.
I can
said about that little girl.
Listen, if your child is on the internet and she got a man laying across her bed, and she's doing dancing and making her butt cheeks clap for the camera. First of all, thank you. I appreciate the work. The work is fine. I'm not complaining about the work. What I'm complaining about is your response. What I'm complaining about is your response. Don't go after an 8-year-old child because your child was found out on the internet and people were talking about your child making their butt cheeks clap, on social media. It's fine. Nobody's complaining. I don't think nobody in the comments was complaining about the show. Wasn't nobody complaining about nothing. But you took it upon yourself to go talk about an 8-year-old child and call this 8-year-old child some of the most horrendous things I've ever heard. Now, look, most rational thinking people think children are off limits. With all of the stuff that we've been dealing with for months and months with certain people, we never talked about their kids. We never put their children out there. What is wrong with you people where you talking about an 8-year-old child the way that you all are talking about an 8-year-old child? We're not in that sector, so we don't deal with that. But I just want to say, if you come by this video or somebody show it, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. What I'm trying to say is, as grown-ups, we don't talk about children like in that way, and we don't do things like that. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. And you same people will be asking for God to bless you and help you out and do things like that. You the same people that be trying to go to church.
I'd have been on a plane. I'd have been on a flight. I would have been on a flight.
Are you kidding me? Leave
The
that
things
little
that they
child
said
alone.
about that little girl.
Yeah,
Jay would have been calling us, "Hey, y'all, A team."
I understand you don't like the mama.
And if they call me and ask me for the airfare, I'm gonna give it to him. Because that was horrible.
Yeah,
That is beyond.
Put money on the books.
That is beyond.
You talk about putting stuff in her.
It was horrible.
My God.
Nasty. Was like,
yeah.
That right
where
there.
is your
Shanika,
soul?
There's a beef going on in the beef sector. Several different. If you look at my video, there are several different people in the beef sector. They have issues with each other, but now they're talking about each other's children. And I think in one case they were even calling CPS.
Yeah, see that right there.
Because they're just so upset with that person. They take it into attacking.
Here's what I'm gonna say. When somebody gets successful on YouTube, that worked hard and did it the right way, I can celebrate them. I don't have a problem with celebrating anybody who has a lot of followers, who is becoming successful on YouTube. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is people who lie, people who cheat, people who steal, people who come out here in the public and say a whole bunch of lies. And then when they get caught in their lies, they want to attack you and not admit to the stuff that they did. That's the stuff that I'm not okay with. Let me be very clear. Fabe is she is a successful YouTuber. You can be mad at Fabe all you want to. And there are many people over in that sector who are very successful. And I'm applauding the fact that you guys have discovered a niche for yourselves, and you guys, and are making money. Okay, I'm okay with that. But don't take this stuff so far to where you're talking about people's children and you're putting up people's dead mother in a coffin. You guys have lost
that was horrible too.
You guys lost your minds. You just lost your minds. You lost your mind.
Like that bitch, but that was horrible.
And some of us over here in 18, like we watch her videos. We, for the most part, we enjoy them. But
we laugh.
We laugh. We like, oh, that's funny, and we subscribe. But when you talk about mamas, showing people mamas, I think Sean Bradley got his mother.
When somebody said that Tracy's vagina was like an Indian burial ground, that is a line that I will never forget in my entire life. I will never forget that one line. There are things that they say over there that are just flat out hilarious. And me coming from my little square background, I be listening up at night. Y'all done got me hooked. I be up there listening and laying in my bed.
He didn't even know nothing about the video. We're like, no, go watch this video. Go watch this video. And then he was like,
I don't watch that.
During the school year, I would sleep too. And I was like, Marcellus, why you ain't going to bed? No, I'm up watching video.
I be up watching. I was up watching last night. I was like, I didn't get up today until 1 o'clock in the afternoon because I was up last night watching because I had to get myself caught up. These people are funny.
You're addicted.
They are, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm addicted to.
Black Tiger King, the beast.
Let me tell you what I'm addicted to. I have never seen people be able to insult people the way that these people can insult people. Like, they say things that you're just like,
they put words together. You're like,
where did you learn this?
They must have been really
almost as good as the church
really
people.
Similes and metaphors. Onomatopoeias all the way right. How'd you put these words together like this?
Now, if I want to insult you and they let me, if I ever got really mad and was turned loose up in here on a Friday night, most of y'all wouldn't watch me. Most of y'all wouldn't watch me no more.
But y'all ain't seen that one in rare form.
Right. These three right here, they understand me as far as that side of things are concerned. But let me tell you something. I try to behave myself when I come out here and I have these types of conversations. But it's a very interesting dynamic. I've just never heard people, I think they use the word roast. They roast each other.
Roast and gag. Oh my goodness.
They roast each other like they need to be on MTV. You remember how they used to have, how they used to, Daryl, they used to do those roasts, those comedy roasts.
Comedy Central does them now.
They need to invite some of these people. I am not lying. Could you imagine hearing Fabe or Jay Wilson or some of them on an MTV roast and they just sat up there and was doing that? That would have me in tears. I'd have to go to the bathroom a few times. I'm telling you right now.
They had to be on cable because they couldn't.
Oh my God, that would be funny. That's the show they need to go after. The Beef Sector Roast and put that on MTV. Yeah, I just gave y'all ideas. Somebody look into that. That's what y'all need to get. Y'all need to get the MTV special.
We need to videotape Kim too when she mad. That's real funny.
Oh, I know. I know. She be out of
real funny.
She got mad.
She was mad at us.
For the most part, I'm a typical Libra. We're calm. We're about peace. But once you get us mad, it's like that's it.
Yeah, she didn't even.
And y'all think I'm calm, but I got Scorpio tendency. I was born on the last day of Libra.
She was very mean to me, y'all. Just so y'all know out there.
Yesterday.
She was so mean to me.
Yeah, she pretty much fussed us out.
Honeys, don't come out.
It was funny as shit. But
that would have been funny if we were like it was just the four of us, but y'all were in a chat and I'm trying to interview an actor.
I'm talking about the part where you got mad. That was the funny part.
You got mad. You emailed him. I was like, "Whoa!" Serious. I mean, I know it was funny to y'all, but I was dead serious.
Kimberly will push an old person down.
Let me get one more email or call about somebody not liking what I'm doing on YouTube, and you're hindering my ability to go, to work. Or to work with nonprofit organizations that are doing good in the community. I mean, you're that mad with me that you want to interrupt the good work that they're doing so that they can have a meeting with me.
But
what the heck?
You made folks mad because you did this right here.
Huh?
Now, look at what my finger pointing. You got folks mad with this right here. 3 o'clock in the morning.
What's that?
Oh, well, nobody's up, so I'll make a video.
I did not make that at 3 o'clock in the morning. I made that at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Can you see me?
You not to make that video?
Chronicles.
No. Here she go in the middle of the night.
Not to make that video.
In the middle of the night.
You gotta have a bonnet.
Can you see me?
That's not the video where I said, can you see me? It was the other one, Instagram.
Hey, hit a bonnet. Can you? Good morning, y'all.
I told her not to make that video, girl.
I know it's
I told her not to make it.
I can't talk to my friends.
When I put stuff in the chat and I say, "Hey guys, what do y'all think of this?" and no one responds within the hour,
we were all
what am I supposed to do?
We were asleep. We were
not to make.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's tell the truth here.
Told her not to make it.
Exactly. Hold on. This is what Kimberly does. Everybody in our nightly chat, when we're done talking to one another, we say good night, enjoy your sleep, and don't be texting in the middle of the night. So we'll all log off. And then all of a sudden, when we say good night and we all headed to bed, here come Kimberly. Ping, ding.
I haven't done it all, but guess what? All this week, I haven't done it. Though.
Yes, you have gotten good this week.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. You did very well this week.
Because you were busy making this.
Y'all complain about Sunday night. Starting this past Monday, I have not pinged nobody at night.
Kimberly
because you were busy making
in
this.
the middle of the night, pinging everybody, and we can't even go to sleep. All we hear is ping, ping, ping. And then in the middle of the night, here's what you see. Can y'all see me? Can you see me?
No. I'm sorry. I know I'm not dressed like I normally be. I had something on my mind that I had to talk about, and this has really been bothering me. And Lord Jesus, not the babies, Jesus. Why are they messing with the babies?
Did you tell her to leave? Stay out of it. Leave the people alone.
I'm gonna make a 4-volume series about Not the Babies, volume 1, 2, 3, and 4.
No, I'm not.
Oh my God! And I wouldn't be doing this, but my friends are asleep right now, and I have nobody to talk. So I will talk to all of you out there in YouTube land.
That was from my Instagram.
Oh, and now you done got a hold of TikTok. Oh,
yeah.
God. Oh,
I think I'm gonna get addicted to TikTok like you addicted to
Christine, don't you enable her. You go to bed too.
Oh my God! Well, that's it. That's it for us.
Thanks, Christine, for being on.
Me and my son talking about the beef sector like it's the stories.
We really do.
What, Child? Did you watch them stories last night?
I'm
Marcellus, did you see that?
I'm trying to get used to Bama girl's accent. I can't. I'm trying to get used to her accent. Her southern drawl is so deep.
Oh, I love it though.
Her southern drawl is so deep.
Mine was worse before I moved to New York.
I'm trying to get used to it. And I'm from the South, and I'd be like, that darn Bama girl, she is country. All right, well, I'm out. I love you guys. We're done.
The love of the Lord.
We've been here for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you guys for helping purchase the medication for one of our viewers.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys.
We really do appreciate. Oh, we got a winner. We got to do the winner.
Yeah, we got to know 2 winners.
Doggone it, before we forget.
I gotta see all right. Some more money.
Take the thing off the screen, please. The other comment, please.
Oh, sorry.
Since we didn't have a winner last week, we had to do 2 winners this week for buying your lunch. Okay. Here are the 2 winners for the $20 lunch buy this week. We're going to Cash App you. We need for you guys to send me your Cash App. That would be Betty Yellick and Rita. You have won $20. So we're buying you guys' lunch this week. So please send me your Cash App information. You can text me on Facebook, or you can send me an email. Kimberly, did you have my email stuff, or do I need to put it in the chat?
Congratulations.
Congratulations, everybody, ladies.
Y'all want me to put it in the chat? I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me put it in the chat. I'll put my email in the chat for you right now. Please make sure you email me.
I can do it. Go ahead.
Thank you. And that's it, guys. I gotta go because
Thank y'all so much for being over here tonight.
And no
weekend, everybody.
Late night videos. No late night videos.
I have been good the past 5 days. What is your problem?
You have been good, but we just like messing with you.
Terrible.
I know you like messing with me.
Yeah, we have to. Just like we mess with Daryl, and nobody.
Marcellus is going to be up late tonight because he didn't get up until 1. So you
got that right. You sure will tonight. All right, I'm about to go. God bless you guys. Thank you for your help.
Good night, everybody.
Wait, before you leave, Daryl he might be going live tomorrow, so make sure you turn your bell notification on so you'll know if Daryl goes live. Sunday at 2:00 in the afternoon, I'm going live on Sunday at 2:00. So everybody get yourselves prepared and just make sure you turn your bell notifications on. All right, bye.
Okay. Bye. Like, share, subscribe.
Please. Thank you. Good night.